That's how we do it on the avenue. Waas, Sappening.
All right, we are back for another episode of SeunevA Lifestyles presents What's Happening podcast. I'm Tim, got my primo Mike.
What's up? What's up?
Jeffro.
What's crapping?
Metal George. That's you. What's up? How you guys been? Ain't seen you guys in a while.
Where you been at, man?
Dude, I've been everywhere. Got COVID.
Wait a minute. I heard you went up to Portland.
I went to Portland, Maine. I went to Boston, New Hampshire, Portland, Maine.
Did that little trip, huh?
Yeah, I went and I always wanted a lobster, man.
Lobster rolls?
Fuck, went and had
Go to
lobster.
lobster shacks?
It was overrated, man. It's just a hot lobster, hot water, and hot butter. You can't really fuck it up, I guess.
Did you get over to Comiskey Park like you said you would?
We went to Fenway.
Fenway, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we went to Fenway.
Comiskey's in Baltimore, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we went, Comiskey's in Chicago. It's not even around anymore, I don't think.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Go to Cheers?
No, I had been to Cheers before. 'Cause I've been to Boston a couple times, but yeah, I went and seen the Red Sox play the Astros. I always wanted to go to that park, little bucket list thing.
Yeah.
Sang Sweet Care.
Did you go to the wall, Monster?
Yeah, we sat right there, man. The left field monster was right there, and we were like on a third baseline right there. Sang Sweet Caroline, and that was it, man. I was like, the reason I went, 8th inning, man. Let it rip, and
Yeah, let's hear it.
no,
Come on, man.
Come on.
I only do it at the ballpark. I only do it at the ballpark. Hey, but little known fact, little known fact about that song. The girl that used to do the music for the Red Sox games in the stadium, her sister or her friend had a baby named Caroline, so she played that song and for her friend and the baby. And
Who sang that song?
Neil Diamond.
There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, it was pretty cool, man. They do it in the 8th inning, so we did that, and then boom.
Hey, did you get one of those seats at Fenway Park behind the fucking one of those pillars or one of those?
No.
steel beams?
I had pretty good seats, man. I was down.
Okay.
Yeah, it's dope, dude. Because it's a 125-year-old stadium, so foul territory is she ain't no wider than this table, man.
Right there, right?
Yeah, you're on top of the game, man. It's pretty cool.
Because I was watching the D-backs whoop that ass last night.
Yeah, dude. Had I paid attention to the schedule and saw that they were playing, I would have waited.
All right.
But I didn't look that far down the road.
So wait a minute. What happened to you last week? We didn't see you at the Bomberos dance.
Well, I got back from Boston.
By the way, happy birthday.
Yeah, I went for a birthday, and yeah. Anyhow, I got fucking COVID.
What?
Yeah. So
That's your excuse.
dude, I was fucking sick.
I was looking forward to seeing you dance.
Oh, dude, it's poetry in motion, baby.
So what happened with COVID? You and your old lady got COVID?
Yeah, I think I got it in Boston, man. 'Cause I flew in Sunday night. I got home about midnight, and I had to catch a plane to Albuquerque for work Monday. And then I got to Albuquerque in the evening there, and I was sitting there, and I was like, something ain't right. And so I thought it was allergies, honestly. And I had I had all kinds of meetings, man. I shook more hands, kissed more babies, dude. I probably got all Albuquerque sick.
So you beat it. You beat COVID.
Oh, yeah, I'm a survivor.
So you beat COVID and Down syndrome. That's pretty good.
All in the same week. All in the same week.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. That's what I know about my Timmy right there. What about you, Michael? You went to that Bomberos dance last week?
did.
How'd it go?
It went well, man. It was great. Got to hang out with all you knuckleheads, a couple of the other knuckleheads from
Yeah.
around here, and so it's always a good time when you get to hang out. You know, dance a little. Although we didn't dance as much as I thought we were gonna, take it out to the dance floor, but it was cool. It was
Sorry,
a great
Greg,
time.
the DJ sucked. I'm telling you right now.
It was a casino night, no?
It was, but
You didn't play no games.
yeah, I didn't play no games. We really just stayed right by the table, man.
Losers.
Yeah, but it was good. It was a good time.
Good time. Yeah, good time. Yeah.
Yeah,
What about you, Jeff? You had a good
It
time.
went
with
by
it?
quick.
It did.
It seemed like time just like flew when we were there. We
Yeah,
were
we
at the
took
lobby
pictures.
bar. We go inside and then
Next thing you know, shut it down.
shutting it down.
Next
time
thing
did-
you know, you're going up the elevator.
Yeah, next thing you know, you're cupcaking.
That's another day. That's another day.
And I heard you went to the happiest place on earth.
I did, but we're not going to talk about that right now. I want to get on my little soapbox right now.
Go for
Oh,
it.
shit.
A couple weeks ago, we had the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh man,
And I'm talking about, and I don't care because I'm an ex-B-boy. Breakdancing in the Olympics, stupid. I'm sorry, that was dumb.
What about Ray
Blasphemy.
Gun, that chick from
It's
Australia?
called break dancing. I know they're athletic. I know the athleticism now that's in breakdancing and stuff like that, battling and stuff like that. But I can say, that's where we started. Me and Michael started SeunevA because we encompass all those lifestyles that we grew up with. We actually took part in all these lifestyles, breaking, low riding, skating, graffiti, the 5 elements of hip hop. And b-boying is one. And I could say we were b-boys. Everybody in this neighborhood was b-boys. Whoever says there wasn't breakdancing b-boy clubs back in when we were growing up is bullshit. I don't care. I'm going to say that right now. I'm signing my fucking soapbox right now. But I'm going to tell you right now, as an ex-b-boy, you're a b-boy. I know you condoned it. I don't like the breaking in the Olympics. They're great athletes. Don't get me wrong, but I think that's in the wrong realm. I'm glad they got como se dice the kids nowadays. They get their flowers. They gave them their flowers. You know, that's cool. They're shiny like that and shit like that. But at the same time, nah. Everybody in our neighborhood used to be a b-boy back in the days, and I guarantee you about 90% of them would say, don't put it in the Olympics.
Come out of retirement.
I can't. My stomach don't let me do the centipede no more.
Do the teeter-totter.
Yeah. I was a bad pop blocker. My older brother used to be part of a crew back in the days. And your ladies, I think everybody in the neighborhood here, we all were a b-boy. Everybody. Even we had a dude walk around. His name was Turbo. He still b-boys to this day with the boombox on his shoulder there. And you just do a little wave like that and you're ready to go. But yeah, and I'm glad they're not bringing it back for the LA Olympics in 2028.
I did not know that.
They are not bringing it back. And it's probably because of that that Australian shit.
Yeah, lady. Yeah, she was terrible.
She's still taking it on social media, man.
I bet she's making some feria though.
She'll capitalize on it. She has good management and make money off of it.
She even got a dance instructor. You think she's got management?
Other than
They
that,
said she got in because of her husband was on the committee.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, a little controversy, political politics. There you go.
Hey, and then there was a dude from Surprise that was on that team.
Well,
Surprise.
Arizona?
Yeah, Surprise. Yeah.
actually, Sant Rock's brothers,
Baby sister's friend's cousin.
correct. She's a b-boy instructor, and she has a dance studio. I believe it's out in Surprise, and she's actually one of the coaches for the
Olympic
United
team?
States Olympic team.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We need to get her on.
I told you a long time ago.
You know why I
Yeah.
would tell you we need to get her on? Because we invented breakdancing and we came in third place.
Oh, see, I don't even know what
The United
place.
States, you know what
I'll
I
wear
mean?
my tracksuit for that one.
You know what I mean? No, I'm not even saying we as, us.
Oh, okay.
The United States invented breakdancing. And we come in third in the inaugural.
The inaugural and only sounds like. I'm sorry, George.
I'm
Anyways.
sorry. Let me get off my soapbox. I'm sorry.
There you go.
So think of Disneyland. It's a happy place.
I went to Disneyland. I was back there again and we had a great time, Good time. I never have a bad time at Disney. I don't care.
Nah, well,
I love it.
I know you do.
Man, you went 3 days.
We need to light some of the
3
stuff
days.
for George.
Let me see it. Let me smoke it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pinchy wood right there.
Hey, well, we got a couple special guests, and I guess I'll ask. Yeah. Got to get away from the breakdancing. We got a couple special guests
Get off
here.
the soapbox.
Yeah, get off the soapbox, man. Vato Rocha. Vato Rocha and Josie. Ayon, right? Well, welcome to the show. Before we get started in your guys' story, what do you think about breakdancing?
There you go.
Ray, push that button.
Get the shot. Get the shot.
Politicking.
Well, what I think what happened was just like at a car show, when they buy too much trophies and they don't want to take them home, so they're like, hey, let's make up a new category, breakdancing. Bam, there it is right there.
You might be
That's just my
right there,
opinion.
You guys got the same
Good
box.
insight.
You guys got the same box.
Just my opinion.
Josie?
I didn't understand how they were gonna judge it. I actually missed it.
I didn't see it either.
But I don't know how you judge that. How do you judge that? And
Well-
how do you say somebody? I don't know who this person was that screwed it up. But I don't think it belongs to the Olympics.
Well, I think it's like I watch a lot of these b-boy battles on YouTube. Of course, YouTube. I watch all these b-boy battles, and they have kind of a
Oohs and ahs from the crowd.
kind of like that. Like back in the days, like
Yeah.
when
The difficulty-
you used to
Well,
be
back
out
in
there.
the day-
So
you
it was
turn
by
them out,
popular vote?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
I don't know if it was popular vote, but that's the way it was back in the day. It was
Yeah,
popular
no,
vote.
yeah.
Right.
But I think they have certain categories that they look for certain moves to do and the difficulty
The
of the
tech-
move, the
the-
technique.
yeah,
Yep.
technique.
And the repetitive. I don't think they want you to repeat this.
Kinda like the balance
the move
beam.
again.
And the creativity that a person has that brings it, that's different. I don't know. I thought it was great for the culture that
Yes.
they had it like that, but it probably doesn't have a place in my opinion.
Bring back baseball.
Bring back baseball.
We need to
before
start
do
the
something.
body Olympics. Running with the VCR and shit.
Like Dub C.
Oh, that's in. Don't be a menace.
Yeah, throwing with the
Who knows how
VCR.
You got the VHS tape.
Beer runs, 40-yard dash beer runs with two 230 packs.
You know, it's like kind of like what you just said. How are they going to judge it and
I
stuff?
just
But
couldn't understand that part. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's like watching at the Roxy when the B Street when they come together like that.
Yeah.
And that's what you want to see. You know, these crews going. That's the one thing I wanted to see was these crews going at it.
Yeah.
Individuals, cool. I get it. But I'd like to see a whole crew battle a whole crew, you know, like this. And then, because to me on there was B Street Breakers got beaten by the Rocksteady crew or the New York City Breakers, what they call them, or whatever, on B Street. I thought.
Yeah, so I actually was looking forward to watching it, and I started to watch it on that Friday when it started, and I immediately turned it off. I was like, this is whack. This is not what I was
Good. Don't give 'em
expecting.
ratings.
You could barely even hear the music. It was like he said, it was just like one-on-one battle on a big circular platform, and I turned it off. But there was a lady there, older lady from Australia,
Raygun.
and she didn't do very well at all. She did horrible. She like made up her own moves. It really wasn't even b-boying or breaking, in my opinion. But and so that
how do they get there? Like if that
There was
you know what I'm
qualifiers.
saying? Like
Yeah,
so,
they had that.
again in your own state. How do you know?
Yeah, she was from
I don't know.
Australia or something.
To me, it was I respect the sport. I'm not putting it down
Correct.
or anything like that. I totally respect the dancers, everything. Getting out there, great. You guys are, but I think there's a different platform for it. I guess.
Yeah,
The
right.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Had they been there as an entertainment piece, great.
There you
But,
go.
Yeah.
just the
Correct. Yeah, that's great.
competition and to get a medal for I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't come at me because
And
I'll take it all.
they have other.
I love a break dancer.
Did they have a
but,
cardboard?
You know,
Even dancing on a car? Were they dancing even on a cardboard or
no. It was just a platform.
No rolled up linoleum or
No, but
nothing.
that's the thing you see on YouTube when they do have these competitions. They still have their whole crew and crowd
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
them, like right on stage with them, and just like
Yeah, just
Hyping them up.
coming together and
Yeah,
stuff.
Red
like
Bull
that.
sponsors a lot of that, and they have world competitions for that outside of the Olympics.
I didn't know that.
Those chinos are dope.
Hong Kong Mafia.
I know.
Ricky Tan.
Remind you of anybody? Little sake bomb last night?
Saki bomb.
Vato did the sake bombers last night, so
time.
he became
First
a
time.
Hong Kong mafia now.
Yeah, I got to connect. If I ever go to Hong Kong,
That's Japanese.
I could stay at his sister's house or hut or wherever she lives at.
You gotta take off your shoes before you go in.
Yeah, it's a
Miyagi Dojo.
God, I haven't drank sake in a minute.
Where'd you have sake at?
God, I don't remember the name.
Oh, hell.
24th Street and Baseline. Asian.
Hut.
Asian.
Asian something.
Asian invasion.
But you know what? We went there. Me and my wife and the family went there like 2 weeks ago, and I guess I don't know what to order. I'm more of a May Garden kind of a guy. I don't.
There you go.
Yeah.
I don't know if
There
it's
you go.
Chinese, Japan. I don't know. I don't know the difference.
Fried
I don't know any of
rice.
them. Yeah, I don't know none of them. But I didn't know what to order, and I told my wife, "Man, shit sucks." I mean, no disrespect to the restaurant. I will go back. That dude, his name was Steve. I think his name was Steve.
At the Asian invasion?
Yeah, the chino named Steve.
Yeah, cool dude. Yeah, he had like a
Steve
He
Lee.
had like, it was all business in the front and party in the back. I was kind of jealous.
That's like the bombero now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, we ate there, and like I said, we ate dinner there, and I'm more of a taco. I'll eat a taco. I'll eat tacos from a taco truck any day.
Yeah.
But it was just like, man, it wasn't my cup of tea, I guess.
Right.
And then I went yesterday again. We actually went to Texas Roadhouse, and then we met up with some people, Kathy and Jaime, and come here. I was like, man, I told my wife, I don't want to go there for $5. It is a side, just didn't know what to order.
Right.
And next thing you know, this guy just came out, started giving me shots, and it was green beer, and it was a green bottle, and he was telling me where to buy it at in Mesa, and it was like grapes, apple, and I thought it was like part of a fish or something, some fish in the sea, and it was a goddamn a Jello. It was like a Jello shot. So that shit was good. I was, like I said, it was a good time. I bragged about it. I waking up Ray 1 o'clock in the morning. Hey, I had this, I had that. And I ended up at somebody's house in the south side in the backyard. And I was like, man, this is a bad backyard. He saw the red lights on the mountain and everything. It was a good...
It was like Mr. Miyagi's backyard when
You're waxing off.
like
that.
In the guy's house, I don't want to say his name. The guy's house, the best plumbing system in the world.
Hell yeah.
I flushed that toilet. I was like,
your hat.
Shit, yeah.
Coming out feeling like 10 pounds lighter.
Hey, yeah, it was cool. It was a good night, man. But
Hell yeah.
my
That's
experience.
It was a good night. Coming from a different perspective, watching Vato's going live last night on Instagram. I wake up this morning and I see it, and I'm like, what is he filming? And I don't know if you guys had this figured, but it's like air. He's like, where the fuck are the lights? What lights are you looking for?
Oh, yeah, the top of the mountain.
Lights on the mountain.
You're trying to get the box, channel 58.
A lot of people don't know about the box.
You're trying to get that channel 58.
I was like, where is he at? What's
Trying to
he
watch that
looking for?
Vanilla Ice video right there on Channel 58, the box.
Yeah, then I was there and I had a working class shirt on and they're asking me where's Ray at, and I go, man, he's at home, man. I think he's watching his grandkid or something. He ain't about this life no more.
He ain't about the sake bomb.
I'm the new face of working class. But then I ended up seeing, then I started seeing like a lot of older, I call them OGs, and they were dancing. They were dancing like they were jamming it in.
Like
at
the Olympics?
Sevilla's.
Like they're at the Olympics?
Oh yeah.
Like at Sevilla's. Like it was a DJ.
He said
popping.
Sevilla's.
Hell yeah. And it was just a Friday night kickback.
I don't know. It just showed up. It just showed up.
Nice.
It's like Steve got the best of you.
Yeah, it was. No, I gotta go back, man. It was
Bombs are the shit.
it was good times.
So the sake though, you didn't put it in the beer. You just took the shot.
That's one way you could do it. I guess I got a video of it. You could put it on a cup, right? This is the cup.
Yes.
And it had like two
Chopsticks.
chopsticks.
Yeah.
And I was like tripping out. Like, what are you guys doing? This guy's doing it for me. It's like put the sticks and put the shot on top, and you got to hit the table.
Yeah. Boom.
So I kept on hitting, but everybody else's drinks were falling except mine. So I just had to get the stick out.
Yeah.
I'll get it, man.
So it went from something wrong to something white.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Right on.
Bonsai.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, that's what happens when you venture outside your lane. You know what I mean?
And everybody knows me. I hate change. And
Dude.
this was change, and it was. I'm gonna be back, man. I had a.
It was a good change.
It was a good change. Well,
Let us know. We might join you.
Hey, that dude would love you. Got to be part of Hong Kong Mafia too. With the,
The triad.
Yeah.
The triads.
we'll go to that dude's backyard.
Triads.
Hey, so speaking of change, I watched a video of you from a couple years ago. And you're talking about your life,
the one in the car.
the one in the car,
Okay.
and
Shout out to Josh.
right on. And you talk a lot about change in your life.
Yeah.
You want to go into that a little bit?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Vato.
Yeah, let's talk about Vato.
Talk about
You got a signal just in case I go.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about Vato Lee.
Vato Chong.
Chingao.
Let me see. We're gonna be here for a while, man.
Let's go.
Do your thing.
It started off. My mom and dad had me. Of course, they had me.
How old are you?
It works the same way in China. It works the same way in China.
What part? Where are you from? What part of town are you from?
I'm from East Phoenix.
East Phoenix. Okay, that's where you're born
Born and raised.
And you're
Access,
native
County Hospital, everything.
Arizona. Okay.
Right on.
I guess my life kind of changed when my mom and dad got separated, probably at the age of 10.
Okay.
And before that, my life was like I could cuss, right?
Yeah.
It was like the fucking Brady Bunch.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
It was like the Brady Bunch. My dad did the neighborhood thing. He was a hood star, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my mom and dad when they separated, I usually how everything happens is that they're not getting attention. That's what I say. I wasn't getting enough attention from my mom, and I wanted my mom. My mom was she was 15 years old when she had me.
Oh, wow.
So they say we grew up together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mom, for not, for having this.
Excuse me, cussing.
Yeah. So, I started acting out. I started hanging. I mean, the first time I ever drank jungle juice was in Duperville Projects.
Right.
Wow.
I was like probably 10, 11 years old. I was with my uncle, MC here. A lot of people know him. He completely turned his life around. He woke me up 5 o'clock this morning and started talking to me, venting about stuff back in the days and this.
Your video, your sake video.
Yeah. And I just always hung out with him. And I just started going down the wrong path. I wanted to be known. I wanted to I wanted to go to jail. I wanted to be somebody. I wanted to be some. I want to walk into a neighborhood and everybody's gonna know who I was.
Right.
Like my goal was to go to prison, to go to jail, and thank God I never went to prison, man.
Good.
I went to the
There ain't
juvenile
no girls there.
Yeah.
No way.
I only went to juvenile Durango and the Mesa, the one in Mesa, 1810 South Lewis Street. Yes.
Did you go to Adobe?
I went to Adobe Mountain, Adobe High. That was. I think that was a eye opener.
Adobe?
Yeah. I met some dude. Not in no disrespect to no. I just know him because he was from that neighborhood. He was a Mexican dude. He was like one of the first ones I ever seen. He had like 10th Ave on his eye, and I was 13 years old at Adobe, and he was like, "Fuck that." He was make money, and I was like, "What do you mean make money?" Because I'm all about money, and I kind of was hanging out with them for a little bit, but I couldn't really hang out with our neighborhoods and really we got along, but we didn't get along.
Yeah.
And he just said, "Just fuck this. You got to make money to be somebody in this world in the streets." I was like, "All right, cool." And I saw how he had his little hustle, and there was another dude named I'll say a street name, Little 40. He was from Park South, and he was serving rocks at the age of 14, and we used to go to a Arizona Keys program when you first get out of jail the first time, juvenile, and he had to stash his money because his mom was a crackhead, and his mom was stealing money, but he was selling dope out of the fucking window. Dude was like fucking 15 years old, and dude had more money than my parents, my nana and tata, and it was just crazy. My main mentality was just money, but still, I still wanted to be known. I was everywhere. Thank God social media wasn't around back in the 90s.
Yeah.
It
Get
would
it
be
viral.
nuts. Yeah, but see, there you go. I'm going off topic again.
It's all right.
No.
Hanging out with my uncle, started meeting everybody from different neighborhoods, and I was known as MC's nephew, Vato.
Okay.
And everybody thought it was a hood name. I go, no, my tata named me Vato when I was a baby. I got pictures of me. I have a hat. It says Vato in old English letter, and I was like in Pampers and shit, like shitting on myself. So over the years, I just kept on hanging out, meeting all these people, and I was like, okay, cool. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, what I wanted to do, what I thought it was the right way to go in life, and man, I started getting locked up a little bit. Nothing crazy. I don't know, but none of the homies, but I didn't do no real time. No, I didn't do no real time. Hell no. Went to Adobe, did all that, went to the county. And I think at the county, I was like, man, this is a whole nother world. I don't want to hang out with fucking dudes. And no disrespect to the homies in the county. It's all love. They make some good spreads in there, but I really go to Bertels or something out here. You know what I mean? But since then, I was still, my mentality was a little kid trying to gang bang and trying to get known, and people are gonna know who I am. Like people will know who I am by the time I leave that party. And everybody does some stupid shit growing up, but I did some really dumb shit. Me and my people, and just walking in the party, just yelling be in the west side, and I'm yelling out east side in the middle of the fucking party like an idiot. Now I think about it, like, well, I should have got my ass whipped. You know what I mean? But I kept on going that route, and probably in 2007, I always been into cars.
Right.
My tata, he's from Golden Gate. My nana's from Campito, and I used to hear stories with them cruising. My tata had like a 32 Ford, no fenders or anything like that. I guess that was a cool car back then, even though it was a Ford. But him and my nana used to cruise Central, and so he was a painter. Then he was a painter, and then my dad, my tios, they're all painting, bodywork and paint.
Right.
So the car has always been in my family since my tata's cruising, when my tata was smashing my nana. You know what I mean? Like, it's been around.
Yeah.
So,
I never heard it like that.
You mean cupcaking?
Yeah, cupcaking. We just learned that today. Sorry.
So. Ugh, that's nasty. So,
Mi abuelito.
okay, let me go back. Let me go back to when I was 10 years old. My mom couldn't handle me. Like I said, my mom was young. My mom was like the mom from the Brady Bunch. When she was with my dad, dinner was made at a certain time. We went to bed at a certain time. Like, family was family. It was
Had dinner together.
Yeah,
off
it
the
was
table,
crazy. It was nothing like how it is
TV
now.
off.
Yeah, and and my mom and dad, they separated, and my mom started going out. She started living her life, and it was new to me. But at the time, I was mad. Like, I was like, what the fuck you doing, mom? This and that. I wanted my mom back.
You wanted your, yeah.
But like they say, mama got to have a life too. You know what I mean?
Right.
And she was out there, and next thing you know, there's like my mom's apartment was like the hangout apartment. Everybody would go hang out there after the clubs or the clubs on Camelback in Highland. That club. Zazoos and all of them. Yeah, it's crazy that they're all going. I'm over there.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was sleeping, and here comes a group of fucking people.
Yeah, after party.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? And it was just something different. And I don't like change, and I just started acting out. And my mom...
you saw a lot at an early age.
Yeah, I saw a lot. And it just was... I didn't like it. I wanted my mom. I wanted my mom to pay attention to me, but my mom was out there just living her life. And we got into it. She whipped my ass, and she dropped me off at my nana's house. And she told my nana that I can't handle him, this and that. I don't think she's probably going to get mad because I'm saying this. I don't think that as she couldn't handle me, she didn't want to be responsible for me. She didn't want to worry about me, if that makes any sense.
How old are you about this time?
I'm like 10, 11 years old.
10, 11? Okay.
And so I went to go live with my nana, and my nana, I just sat there, and I was like, damn, my mom's going to pick me up. My mom's going to come get me. My mom's not going to... She's not going to let me stay here. She's going to come get me. And a week passed by, still nothing. Another week, and my nana just like, Vato, what are you going to do? And I go, I want my mom. Yeah. And she goes, well, I don't think your mom's going to come back. And I seen my mom, I talked to my mom, but it wasn't my mom.
You weren't going to go live back over there.
Yeah, so she goes, well, you can stay here. And my nana already raised all her kids and all that. So I lived with my nana at 10 years old, man, and I kind of put my nana through hell, and I regret that like a motherfucker.
Well, yeah.
Yep.
Because I was just trying to be somebody that I wanted to be. I thought it was cool. We got to go on break, or we good?
No.
Yeah.
I was about to say something about it. I was like, talk.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Keep the nana thought.
Okay.
And we'll take a quick break. We'll come right back, all right?
Yeah.
All right, we are back off our little break, and we left off. You were with your nana. She was mad you were eating all the tortillas, right? No, just kidding. Well, pick up on that.
Damn,
10 years old.
Yeah, 10 years old.
10 years old. She just-
Wait, causing ruckus at your nana's house?
Yeah, I was just being a badass
Travieso.
kid. Yeah, I just wanted to try to get money because I got another Theo named my Theo Henry. Today's his birthday also.
Happy
And
birthday.
Happy birthday, Theo
Theo
Phony.
Henry.
Happy birthday, Henry.
And he used to always say, you ain't a man if you don't have $1 in your pocket. He used to always tell me that.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
So I was just trying to do whatever to make money. I didn't want to ask my nana or my tata. I think my tata wasn't happy, but he knew he had to do. He not forced, but he had to do it. It was the only right thing to do because he was like, I already raised my kids. I don't want to fucking go through this shit and raising this fucking badass kid. And that's what I was doing. I was fucking travieso. I was fucking up.
What year was this?
This was probably 91.
Okay.
91. I started going to Crane Middle School. I've been to every school in the Crane Middle School District and the Baltz School District. That's like Crockett, Baltz, Griffith, Orangedale. I've been to all those schools. I was a dumbass.
I'm not going to ask why.
Yeah, that's not because I was a fucking football player and like that. I wanted to make a name for myself.
Right.
So I started learning how to steal cars, and I started hanging out with older dudes and
All the fun shit.
yes, all the fun shit. Now I'm a parent. I try to tell the kids, man, don't fucking do that. Shut up, old man.
Steal the Kias.
Yeah. So I started getting locked up. I went to Mesa. I was mostly in Mesa a lot.
That's where you get we get thrown downtown. You guys get thrown in Mesa, right?
Yeah, it was a nice jail, man. It was a nice juvenile. Because they threw us one time when we got caught. We got arrested. They threw us in Durango.
The horseshoe.
No, not that
Horseshoes
one.
down.
Oh, Durango. Yeah, that's
for,
right.
for juveniles.
Okay, yeah.
Man, that shit was
sorry.
fucking nasty in there. Like, I'm sorry, man. I would never go back to jail if I had to stay there. So what it was like Central on East, you went to Mesa, and Central on West, you went to Durango.
Okay.
And I ain't gonna lie, man, Durango is those West sides has some heavy hitters, man. Like it was fucked up. It was like the projects, and I went to fucking
The Ritz.
no, I went to like the Hilton. It was a big difference. I was like, God damn, so
It's dirty.
it was dirty. It was grimy, man.
To her is dirty.
So I did the whole juvenile thing. My nana was like, I'll bring up my nana a lot, man, because I just said this a couple of days ago. My nana, my tata, I wish I would have took advantage of them. Not might take advantage of them, but
Appreciate it.
appreciate them more. Hug them, tell them I love them, and thank you. And not at the end when my tata's sitting there on his last breath, I'm telling him thank you for everything you've done for me. I should have told him that shit like years ago.
When he was doing it.
Yeah, when he was doing it.
And I guess it was just young me.
Yeah.
And like I said this yesterday, I told my daughter, I go, because there was a funeral yesterday my daughter had to go to and all that, and I was like, you know what? I do believe you're gonna see your parents, you're gonna see your grandparents, you're gonna see your ninos, your uncles. Unless they're a fucking real piece of shit, then they're gonna be on the other. They're gonna be
They're gonna be on the other side.
Yeah, they're gonna be on the other side. Not to get religion or anything.
right.
But I told her, I go, the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go hug my nana and my tata,
Right.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna just fucking hug them and say thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you for everything. And I'm sorry for all the shit I put you through.
Yeah, you know, I had a buddy of mine whose daughter passed away, and the first thing he said was, when you leave here, go home and hug your kids, because you never know how long they're going to be around for, right? And that little girl went hiking, heat stroke, fell off the mountain, died. So, anyhow, didn't mean to change the subject.
Yeah.
But just what you're saying, right?
Yeah, but like,
just appreciate,
It's just
what people are doing
appreciate
for
the
you.
people here. If you're, and I'll say that probably I'm off topic again. Like Josie and Grumpy, they were good parents. Like they were awesome parents.
I'm still
and
a good parent.
well, you still are. Man. I'm just saying, like I didn't realize it until maybe a couple years ago, until I got mature a little bit. You know what I mean? Like the stuff they do behind the scenes that I recently found out they what they did. I was like, holy shit, that's
The shit that parents and grandparents sacrifice
yes,
to raise you.
yes, and I.
And you never stop raising them.
Yes, and like I heard,
And
like,
you
when-
don't stop raising.
like Josie used to take somebody else's kids to school. Like who would do that? You know what I mean? Like that's a good person.
Yeah.
I think that's a good person.
It's a
good
great
parent,
person.
yeah, everything. But I know I'm going off subject. So
No, you're not.
You're all right.
It's all relative.
I went to Adobe. I started getting locked up, and my nana was like the only one there. at
Still
my
got
court.
your back.
Still got my back. She was always, and at the time we lived on 32nd Street and Roosevelt, and the freeway was right there, but she had to take it all the way to Mesa Drive.
Right.
Wow.
And she wasn't young. She was an older lady. She was always there. My mom, once in a while, she'll see me. My dad, probably he'll see me every once in a while. I'm not talking down on my dad.
Where was your dad in all this?
He was there. My dad was there, but my dad was. He's been sober now for probably 30 years or something.
Good.
My dad was one of those guys
These are
that.
his paternal grandparents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
These are my dad's mom and dad that raised me. But my dad was one of those dudes in the neighborhood, and like he'll get kind of faded, and he'll start yelling out the neighborhood, and like he was still young. Like he was that guy at Sevilla's trying to fight everybody, not
Right.
try to just want his shit to pop off.
Right.
Jeff?
That was me.
So my dad
a
was
long
there.
time
My
ago.
dad was there. My dad just always told me, "Hey, your last name is strong out here in these streets. Don't be a punk. Do what you got to do to survive. We're here to guide you and help you." At that age, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm not gonna let you down. You know what I mean?
Right.
But he'll come every once in a while, and this. But it was most like my nana. Like damn man. Like now I think about it, like she was an older lady. She should have been home.
She was
My
your-
dad-
Enjoying herself.
Yeah. She was your rock.
Yeah.
I have a question. Is this a new experience for your nana as well, or did she have with your tios and stuff like that of
Other
going through-
other grandkids.
yeah,
or
going
anything?
through like a similar cycle?
No, she raised her kids, and she had one grandkid. But from what I understand, he was like a brother. He's like my uncle, even though he's like probably maybe 4 years older than me.
Right.
But she raised him also. But then he grew up and got a house and he moved out. And
Did your grandmother, did your nana, did she experience what she was experiencing with you?
That's what I was asking.
Like with,
Oh,
with
okay.
your dad and
Like
or your
going to
tios?
juvenile
Were
business.
Were they fucking up?
Going to court, that
Yes.
kind of stuff.
but at that time, my tata was younger, And my thought they used, because my tios to this day, they'll still talk shit. Like, they'll clown me, hey, Nana's boy. Nana used to always go to your courts and this and that. But from what I understand,
They're jealous.
It is. And from what I understand, my tata told my dad and my uncles, you guys go to jail, do not call us.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you put yourself in there. If you need a ride, call us. Call one of me or your nana, or call your mom or your dad, and we'll go get you. But I'm not gonna go visit you in jail. I didn't put you in there. My tata was real old school.
Yeah.
You did it. You handled it.
Yeah, it's your business.
So my dad said he went to juvenile a couple times, and my uncle Fish, my Nino Fish, he was just like, I don't want to say what he said, but he was like, there ain't no girls in there. Well, I ain't gonna go to jail. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
And my other uncle, he never really went to jail. He settled down real early, real young, and he to this day, he's my Theo Henry. He's still married to my Tia.
Nice. Birthday boy.
Yeah.
So why did you think you had that aspiration to go to jail at a young age? If you really, because it sounds like you really didn't experience it because your uncles never really went to jail. Was it more of the outside influence from guys in the neighborhood?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Like my uncle and all of them, like they're all go to jail, and I remember they used to come out. That's when county jail used to wear the scrubs.
Yeah.
And you had a scrub and it said MSCO or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
CSO.
Yeah. You're a cool motherfucker and all the girls wanted you. You know what I mean? Like all the girls.
I'm gonna go buy one.
You're single now. You're single.
It doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
So then all that happened. I kind of grew out of it a little bit. My last time I went to jail was on Adobe Mountain. I think I did 4 months there, and it was an eye opener for me.
Eye opening.
Like I met that dude from West Side City. He was all about money, make money, make money, make money. I hooked up with him when I got out. Yeah, I hooked up with him when I got out, and he rolled up in the Cutlass, orange Cutlass, lifted, center gold, and he was like, "Told you." I was like, "Damn, all right, cool." And I didn't see him no more. I still haven't seen him to this day. I haven't seen him, but that was right there, kind of like I started switching lanes a little bit. I want to get this money, so I got out of Adobe. I went to a program called Arizona Keys, and that's where I met my wife at. She wasn't there. She was picking up her friend that was there because it was like an all-day school.
And how old are you at this time?
I was probably 13, 14 years old.
You met your wife at that age.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And she saw me. She just came running to me. And
Míralo.
Hey, you sound like Michael here. He met his wife that early, too.
so I met her there.
This is where we get into the cloud.
Tutu.
And I met her, and you got to remember, I was going to school there for 6 days a week, from 7 in the morning to 7 or 8 o'clock at night.
Oh wow.
So it was just like every neighborhood from the valley was in there. Like it was just always popping off. Like,
And it's called Keys.
Arizona Keys. It's not around anymore. It's right across.
I remember it.
It's across the street from Arizona. It was across from that one school you went to, Ray. West Valley. So we were always going, disrespecting each other, the kids, though, because they were all like all the bad kids. So it was always going back and forth. Then my wife came to pick up her friend, and she went to South, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this. It was her hair, man. She had beautiful fucking hair. I was like, God.
Smelled like Aquanet.
She was. I was like, damn. I know she ain't from the east side. Like, damn.
How was she wearing it?
She just had beautiful long hair. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know what the hell it was.
Hey.
And
And the way the light hit it.
probably what it was. And
It was magic.
I jumped on top of the table. I remember this day. What I was wearing and everything. I had my brand new Guess shirts. I probably bought one of the last ones that were sold on.
Guess what? It's me.
You probably bought it from the Rishis from the neighborhood.
So actually I bought it at Tower Plaza right before.
Tower Plaza. Yeah.
So I bought it there, and I jumped up. I had it was like maroon and white stripe. It said Guess USA. I had Guess shorts on. I had my white socks up high,
damn.
and I had my
How could she not say no?
I I call them Vato slippers, the suede slippers.
Yeah, the house shoes.
Yeah, hell yeah. And I used to go to school with those all the
Corduroy
time.
slippers.
Yeah. So I had those, and I jumped up, and I told her to come over and give me a kiss, and she like gave me that look like, who the fuck are you?
Guess.
Vato.
So, and I'll speed it up, man. I'll speed it up.
You're married.
Now you're married.
Married, I give credit now.
You were making pan dulce.
I was cupcaking.
In that guest shirt.
Hey, man, that was a bad guest shirt, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
You know when you're a kid, you got your good clothes you only wear on the weekends.
Yeah.
You know, family
Yeah.
parties. I couldn't go nowhere, so I had to wear all my good clothes at the fucking school.
Yep.
Well, I got a little 40-year-old that has fucking $10,000 in his pocket, which looks like a bum, but I'm over here looking like I got money. I don't got shit in my pocket.
Staying on the table.
Yeah, standing on the table. So I finally graduated the program. I talked to my PO at the time. I go, hey, I gotta get out of here. I want to work. And she let me out. That first weekend, I met up with Melinda at a quinceanera. We were talking.
The
She
wife.
we started. She was paging me and everything. Got out some pagers.
Oh, the king of beepers.
Beeper hookup.
Yeah.
So,
JK.
so obviously he was like, "Who the hell are you?" But then you end up giving your beeper number.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and his crowd was talking to her, spitting game, everything, man. I had her like I had her.
911
And then
on the beeper.
And then I think I went
07734.
somewhere and I lost my pager. Oh, at Papago Park. That's where I went. Remember the hole in the wall?
Yeah.
The rock?
Yes.
I know that.
I had a clear pager and I was walking and it just came out and it went into the damn water. And if you know what's in that water, there's bodies, snapping turtles, there's some crazy shit in
It's
there.
Phoenix Zoo shit.
Yeah. It's all the waste and shit goes in there. So I was trying to get it and I couldn't get it, so I lost her number. For like 2 months, I did not, nothing.
Is that a true story? Or you
No,
just
no,
saying?
that's real shit.
It's like, no. How come you haven't called me? I lost it.
No, that's real shit.
I've done that.
And then her friend that how I met her, I met
Through
Melinda,
the program.
somehow got in contact with her, and she goes, "Hey, why don't you call my friend no more?" I go, "I lost her fucking number, please." Like I begged for her fucking number. So I got her number, and she was like, "Talking shit, you with another girl?" And I was like, "Nah, I lost my pager in the fucking Papago Park. I had a clear pager. I was mad. Shit."
That's a good story.
You know what's in that water?
Hey, I'm pretty sure we ever get a fucking net. We'll find that. I swear we'll find that damn thing in there.
That'd be cool.
It's a Nogales now, man, in the river.
It's on top of the goddamn fucking snapping turtle shit. So that happened, and like I give a lot of credit to my wife. My wife, like she straightened my ass out. And let me fast forward a little bit. She was different. She was like with none of the girls I ever been with. Like she was a good fucking girl. It's like you get that connection, and you don't want nobody to steal it. You don't want to advertise it. Nothing. You don't want nobody touching nothing ugly to touch this person. And that's how I was with my wife. It was
It was magical from day one.
Josie, I'm trying to smash her later.
Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it.
Yeah.
She was like,
It was the shirt, man.
Vato, you're already married to her, man. Come on.
but no, it's how it happened, bro. Like, no
Keep him in the doghouse.
Did you say something last night? Did you say something wrong?
It was Sakis. It was
You're
Sakis.
making me rethink the way I feel, man.
I'm going to give my wife a kiss. I feel bad now.
So like, she was always trying to point me in the right direction, and
Yeah.
I didn't want to hear it. I didn't care. I just wanted money and have a badass lowrider.
Hell
That's
yeah.
all I wanted. You know what I mean? I had good hair at the time. Not no more, but I had good hair, 3 flowers. I was smelling good. Like I was skinny. I was good, man. Like it was cool. And she wanted a boyfriend, and I wasn't boyfriend material. At the time,
Sancho material.
I didn't want to be. She was mine. I wanted her
Yeah.
when I wanted her. Like I wanted her. I like our first date. I took her to Chili's in Tempe. I didn't take her to the hood. I didn't take her to the valley. We're in Tempe. 'Cause I didn't want nobody to see her or see me.
That's good. 'Cause I remember those days. Taking your old lady out of the neighborhood. Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And she been through a lot with me, man. I put her through hell, man. And I tell her probably once a week, I'm sorry, I don't know what the fuck you're doing with me. You deserve a lot better.
That's good you tell her, though, still, man.
But sometimes it goes through her head. And she goes, you goddamn right, this and that.
And you probably deserve it. You probably deserve it.
Yeah, she deserves a lot. Like, you'll understand when I tell this whole story right now, man. Took her on my first date, and her sister is Joanne, my sister-in-law. Fucking like, these good people, man. Her and her husband is you guys probably heard of his name, Danny Seville. He was like fucking captain of the fucking football team. Like that dude he's from the South. He's from South Phoenix. Cool motherfucker. Good dude. Good. He was not the main dude, chief or assistant.
Was he chief? I don't know his title.
For the fire department.
He's up there. He's fire department.
He just retired like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
His name got me out of so many fucking tickets. Like I name dropped him so fucking
Name
much.
drop, yes. We definitely.
Where's my
name drop.
beeper?
Yeah, I always name drop. But I think that's what Melinda wanted, like that, to have not a family, but just have a boyfriend.
The stability of it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's fucking wild ass Vato. No, I want to go cruising. And
He threw that fucking pager.
yeah,
She wanted the bad boy.
I think so, man.
And
But
Melinda and Joanne are the only two girls. So Joanne ended up with the firefighter, and Melinda ended up with Vato.
Don't take that personally.
Not that it's a bad thing.
Vato
Vato's
can
a
create
good person.
fires.
Vato's a good person. I'm not saying it.
Players
I'm
with
just-
matches.
Bro, it's crazy. Even Ray teases me all the time, and because my brother-in-law, he had good hair. He has good hair and everything. He's tall.
Polar opposite.
It's hot and cold, black and white.
He's on the news talking about what's going on with the fire department. I'm on the news because I got arrested when I was
This is the guy causing the fire.
High speed chase.
We have a
Go ahead,
suspect.
Michael. What do you guys say?
I was gonna, not that it's relevant or anything, but I just wanted, like, so what part of town did your wife grow up in?
South Phoenix. She's
South Phoenix, okay.
19th Avenue and Baseline. She comes
Oh, okay.
from.
Hey, I got a Southsider too, so.
I'm a Southsider. We're good.
No, I was just curious.
And my wife's family, her mom and dad, he was old. He's from originally from Tolleson, old Mexican. He was a concrete finisher. He drank a lot, but he used to always tell me, I don't know why he was telling me, maybe because we want me to fight him. I don't know. He was like telling me, hey, I want you to take care of my fucking daughter. You're not going to be running the streets like you think you are. You're not a man if you can't support your family. You're not a man if you can't provide for your family. You're not a man. If you want to go out there and fuck around, you make sure you get up and go to work the next day. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I just thought he was just being a fucking dick or an asshole to me. Now I get older. That was real shit right there. Like,
Yeah.
Because I heard that before as I grew older. Like, you're not a man. You want to look like you have $1 million in your pocket, but you're going live at the bus stop with $1,000 worth of clothes on or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, get your priorities straight.
Right.
You're not a man if you can't support your family. And it took a long time not a long time, what he meant. It took a while for it to sink into me. And I didn't get it. And like I said, I got my brother-in-law Danny. He's a fucking firefighter. Got fucking girls over his shoulder.
I get it.
Yeah.
The bar was high. The bar was high.
Now you see,
It was really fucking high.
you have a daughter, right?
Yes, I have a daughter.
So now you understand that, right? What he's coming through.
Yes.
You want the best for your daughter.
And I think I did a little bit too much. Like, personally did. Because she's always like, me and my daughter got a great relationship. Like,
That's good.
we talk some crazy shit, and I always tell her, like, Melinda tell her, hey, you got to give him a chance. Well, this and that. I'm like, damn, you know what I mean? But like, give the little motherfucker a chance. Like, he likes you. You know what I mean? Like, well, damn,
He called him motherfucker.
Did he stand on the table?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like,
We show up and guess.
the fucking $7 chocolate.
Did you see his haircut though, baby?
and she's real. Her not even saying her guard's always up, but she knows what she wants.
Sure.
Perfect.
She's not gonna
Nothing
go for
wrong with
she's
that.
not gonna
Nothing
go
wrong
for
with
her
that.
dad. She's not gonna go for me.
Her standards are high.
Her standards are really high.
Don't take it personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't take it
She want
personal.
a firefighter like a Theo.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Hell yeah.
And she was like, she'll throw it out there. I know she fucking means that. She was like, Mom, what did you see in Dad? Look at him. I was like, damn, God.
He was a
damn
Mac. He stood up on the table.
Yeah.
wearing Guess.
It was my fucking Guess jeans I had on.
He had a lot of hair.
There's that clear pager.
Yeah, so my daughter's awesome, man. She's
That's good.
badass, and she's like, again, I'm going off subject. My daughter's I left the east side. I moved out of the east side, and my first purchase was on 19th Avenue in Vineyard, right right a block away from my in-laws' house.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
And and shout outs to them. They helped my wife out. And like I was there, but I was still fucking running around doing whatever before we bought our first house and everything. And like she helped Connie, my mother-in-law Connie. She's a fucking sweetheart. She's fucking badass.
Nice.
She's old, traditional Mexican lady. Like you said I do, she said I do, and she took punches. You know what I mean? Like she took it. All the bad shit my father-in-law was doing, and fucking my father-in-law was an alcoholic.
Right.
And all this shit. And I mean by punches, not physical. I mean,
Right.
Like everything that life fucking
throws at you.
throws at her. And she was right there next to that guy. And I was like, I always told him when he was alive, the fuck did she see in you?
He was a Mac.
Ugly motherfucker.
Concrete hands and shit.
Bro, he was. I respect that man a lot. I never.
Good man.
He was a good dude, and it was just I was young. My mind wasn't matured enough, and I that dude was a man. He was a fucking hardworking Mexican man, and
Yeah.
and my mother was fucking bad. She's still badass, but she's a little older. But I seen her pictures of her when she was younger. I was like, God damn.
The main ingredients.
Yeah, I was like, okay. Her hair is all hooked up.
Damn.
There it goes again with the hair.
Hey, you got a hair thing, man.
The hair fetish.
Connie.
The hair fetish.
Bro, like she was very. I'm not saying she's ugly now, but she was very beautiful in her prime. And
Yeah.
I seen my fucking father-in-law. I was like, what the fuck are you seeing this
Oh,
motherfucker?
no,
I don't know. He must have been putting it down on her. I don't know.
That's how guys like us did it.
So yeah, you know what I mean?
Cupcakey.
So yeah, and I think that's what my wife wanted, and I didn't want it at the time.
So at that time, when you met your wife, you got up on the table, you lost your pager and all that. How'd you come into the vehicles?
Car's been always in my blood since I was growing
Since
up.
your grandfather.
It's in my tata, yeah. Like
Okay.
they used to do side jobs at the house. Probably why we're all fucked up because all the fucking paint thinner, all the shit we smack now. You know what I mean? Like they used to do. I remember air compressors, big old air compressors, 300-gallon air compressors, at my nana's house. You got Theo fucking Pelon or Theo Chewy fucking rigging up the wires so it gets that 120 volt whatever plug, or instead of the regular fucking volt, you just plug it in. And take it from the fucking.
We need more juice.
Yeah, they ain't staying on long enough. It's not
Making
building up air.
the electric
Jumper
bill all
cables to the
high.
wires up there like that.
So yeah, it's always been in, like I've been born
Part
in
of
this
you.
shit. Yeah, it's been always been part of me. Like my dad, I used to cruise. They said I used to cruise Central with him when I was small, but I don't remember. I remember cruising in this. He had like a '74 Monte Carlo, true classics, 560s, and they used to go from the neighborhood. They used to go hang out at my house, at my mom and dad's house. So the car's always been in my life since day one. Like I try to get out of it. It's who I am.
It's embedded in you.
Yes, it's. I could say I'm tired of it. I'm gonna go buy me a '93 Honda. No, I'm gonna buy a fucking Chevy. Yeah, it's gonna come. I'm gonna come back to it. It's just who I am.
Sure.
And all my family's like that. We're all in.
Did you have a Honda?
Yeah, I got Honda.
Minivan. He's got a minivan.
Picture that you're. What was that?
Hybrid. The green one?
When you're in
EV. It's
the
an
front,
EV.
You're young. You're in the front of that car.
Oh, I was a Cutlass. Oh no, I was a Regal.
Oh.
I was a Regal.
I
Yeah.
thought it was a Honda or something.
So when you get,
Fast
when
and the Furious.
so when you're getting that paper, you said you wanted to make some money and stuff. What was the first ride you bought then?
The first ride I ever bought was actually it was a '66 Impala. I paid $500 for it.
How old were you at that time?
I was 15 years old.
15.
Oh, yeah.
15 years old.
Easy E shit.
Yeah. I bought it. I was doing a program from Adobe Mountain. I got out. I was doing a program. I had to do like a retreat with like all these. A lot of they were like studying us. I'll say that they were studying us. They'll take us to. And there was no touching, nothing like that.
I didn't even go there. I wasn't even thinking I went, but wait a minute.
So they were like part of this program.
This one has nice hair.
Where'd you go to Epstein Island?
No, but man, it was a cool program, bro. It like opened up a lot
No
of doors.
cupcakey. No cupcakey. No, it's fucking just kidding.
Like it was opened a lot of doors for me. I didn't know nothing about it. And it was like a lot of us from the neighborhood. And they took us, we had to do like 300 some hours. And for a kid, that's forever. But they'll give you a check for $600.
Oh, shit.
So I had to do that to get that check for $600. And they had to use it for school or something. It had to be something. I had to show them what I use it for. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna buy this car, and this car is next to trailer homes. You know what I mean? Like, shit. Like, I want to buy this car. I need a car so I can go to work. So that's why they gave me the money. So I got the car, 66. Man, it looked like you know that part on Boulevard Nights when they go shoot up 11th Street in Chuco's car? That's what my car looked like, man. It was like, it was a hood car. Like, I don't know. So I think my nana, I started working. I started having money, and my nana was like, hey, I think it's time for you to get a reliable car. I was like, all right. So I got like an 86 Cutlass, sunroof, bucket seats. Fuck, I thought it was the shit, man.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I wasn't wearing Guess no more because Guess was gone, but I think I was wearing Dickie shirts. Now.
Z Cavarici.
I was waiting for my time. I was waiting for my time.
Now he's probably now at about the time where it was like white T-shirts, Staffords, and
belt all there.
and Dickies.
I think it was Dickies and Interstate.
Ben Davis,
Ben Davis. And that's when I used to wear a large.
Frisco Benz.
Shirts were, give me a large, please.
What about Frisco Benz?
I never rolled
Like,
Frisco. They were too
Frisco's-
big.
Clothing City.
Close to 60 straight under me.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, missed that story.
So we did that. I got the car and all that. So that's how I've been in cars all my life, man. It's just crazy. I see a lot of youngsters. They're not into it, but they are into it. But they all want the Dodge, those
Hellcats.
Chargers. Yeah, all that bullshit.
American Muscle.
Yeah.
Edgar's.
So yeah, that's with the whole car thing. I've always been in it, man. It just been all that. I forgot where I left off at.
So were you ever part of a
65.
at that time? Were you ever part of a car club or anything like that time?
I didn't
when
get
you're
into
that
my
young?
first car club until I was like 18 years old. I had a damn, what did I have? I had a 84 Monte Carlo, and I had 13s on it. My nana lent me the money for the 13s. That was $1,500 I paid for 13 sets. That's when 13s barely started coming out with 100 spokes. They were Chinas. Chinas just barely hit. So I got 13s. I have all my hair. I got a Monte Carlo.
Ah, dang.
I was doing it. Cruising
There's
middle.
the hair again.
Wait a minute. And Melinda next to you.
Sometimes.
Wait a minute.
That's it.
I want to point out real quick. Hold on. I want to point. Vato has a hair fetish.
What do you got, Timmy?
Hey, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna bring up the car club thing right now.
Okay.
All right, and keep your hair on.
The request lines are now open. KGFJ Soul Radio. What's happening? What's happening?
Hey, we are back. We were picking up on. We were joking about hair, but that's another story. You're getting into cars,
Yeah.
right? You got the check for $600 or whatever, and then
Got the 66,
got the
right?
66.
66 Impala, like a gangbang car. Yeah.
All right, well,
Well, actually, he talked about that he had that, but then he ended up getting a more
Cutlass.
reliable car. The
Yeah,
Cutlass.
my nana said, hey.
Cutlass.
I had to like always show my nana and my tata that, hey, I'm serious. And they wouldn't give me the money, they'll lend me the money.
Nice.
Oh, perfect.
You know what I mean? They made me work for the money. Like, they were not going to just hand me over so much. Like, $1,500 is a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
A lot of money right now.
That's what I paid for the Cutlass. You know what I mean? $1,500. And I got the Cutlass. My dad sprayed it for me. And, man, felt like I was on top of the world. Threw some rims on it and
13s.
13s. And I thought I was the shit. You know what I mean? And
Because you were the shit. That's
thank
why.
you. Thank you. And then I just like my whole, at that time, like all the people I was hanging out with at the time started getting locked up, started going to jail. And so I was kind of not, I won't say I was lost. I didn't know what direction where to go. My
Right,
uncle
right.
started getting locked up, and then I'll get letters from the homies and everything up there, and they're like, hey, quit your shit, do what you need to do. You're the real badass, not us. I'm over here sleeping next to dudes, smelling their feet and shit like that. And it was just the truth, and I didn't want to hear it. You know what I mean?
Right.
I shut up.
And then you had a good old lady there standing next to your
Yes,
side.
I had her, and she was. I
the
didn't,
good hair.
bro. I shouldn't be with her, man. Like, I really shouldn't. Like, she deserves a lot better. Like, she kept on and kept on and kept on, and I kept on pushing her. Like, stay right there. You don't bother me. Leave me alone. Not bother me, but just
Yeah.
You're not
Give
gonna
me my space.
Yeah, give me my space. And like I said at the time, she was pure, man. Like, she didn't know nothing. Like, I used to go pick her up in stolen cars. You know what I mean? I just
Innocent.
innocent. I just fucked up her life. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just playing, Melinda.
I rented the car.
So yeah, I forgot. I left that out. I used to go pick her up in stolen cars, and I think that's what it was because I used to always tell her shit. I'm like, hey, I'm like one of your bum ass homies around the corner from here, like sitting back drinking 40s. I got a car, you know what I mean? But even though it was not my car, I still had a car to pick her up.
Yeah. I lost the key, but
Yeah. Give me my screwdriver. That's the key.
You were like Fonzie. Hell
Good
yeah.
hair. So yeah, it just all that started happening, man, and like all the people I looked up to, they started getting locked up, and some of them were coming out and doing good, and you know the whole prison story. You find out this dude's no good, and I'm not to talk on prison politics, but you're like, hey, don't be hanging out with that person. He's no good. What could happen. You could be in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Right.
So I didn't want to fucking get killed. You know what I mean? Like, fuck that. That's your shit. That's not mine.
Right.
So I kind of just stuck to myself, man. And I got the home. We bought our first. Well, we bought the apartment. We got the apartment on 48th and Baseline, right down the street from Baja Tilly's. So every Friday we buy Baja Tilly's.
God dang.
So I kind of skipped a couple years, you guys.
That's okay.
I
That's all right.
had my
Okay.
daughter. I had my daughter at 18, and still she wanted me to just
Settle down.
yeah, and I didn't want to, and I was running. Fuck, at this time I probably had at 18 I had a 65 now, black with a blue pearl, AC, beautiful.
Oh yeah.
And that's a sore subject, but I was supposed to go to jail. The witnesses didn't show up, but I sold the 65 2 days before I was going to court.
Thinking you were going to go to
I was
jail.
going to go to jail. So I still miss that car. That's probably one of my best cars I ever had.
Fucking witness.
So then at that time, we'll speed it up to 21. We got the apartment. At that time, I was driving a 63, and I was driving a white 4-door Cadillac.
Dang.
It was like an 88, but it was all 90 dash, 90 front clip, 90 back. It was badass.
Right.
It,
Little custom job sounds like.
it looked like it should have been right there on 24th Street and Broadway at the Rainbow Mark, but yeah, it was like a deep maroon interior. It was fucking beautiful. It was badass, man. But then
Shorty the pimp.
yeah, it was beautiful, man. And so this time we moved back with her mom and dad. We're trying to save up. No. Then this is where it gets kind of crazy, you guys. At my 21,
Come on.
It's all right, Vato. It's all good.
I have a son. I have a son also, and I met his son, the mom. I messed around with her one night. To this day, my wife don't believe me. It was one night thing. I didn't even finish. The motherfucker swam, and I got a son now.
He hit the finish line.
Yeah, he hit it. So, and this is where I say I put my wife through a lot of shit. I could have never done it.
Right.
I could have never take on somebody else's kid because if you I'm gonna snitch on myself right now. Like we used to go mess around, me and my friends go mess around with other girls, and my homie wanted to go smash. Sorry, Josie, wanted to go smash, and she's from the projects. Wanted to go smash, so we'll keep her kid busy and give them $1 and everything. So when they got done, we used to take the fucking $1 from the kid and head out. You're gonna find assholes video.
You're gonna get cavities. You don't need no candy.
Yeah. So,
Hey.
I know nothing about that.
You already got silver teeth.
so
Kid.
I did have silver teeth. I was good. I had 2 gold ones, 2 silver ones. And so I met my son's mom. We had like a one-night thing, and
And you have a beautiful son.
I got a good son, man.
There you go.
He's
There you
going
go.
through some things right now, and
Yep.
I'm with him all the way. That's
Good
my
kid.
son. That's my blood.
But your wife was there for you.
My man, Melinda
stuck
was,
by you.
She stuck. I even like told her like, hey, if you don't want to go on this ride, I won't even bother you again. Just don't give me for child support for Ariana, but don't give. Just don't.
On one condition.
Yeah.
Now, did you find out about the son later on in life or
Yes.
at the time it happened?
Me and Melinda kind of got separated for a little bit. This is right before the house
Okay.
and all that. Cause like when I turned 21, it was a roller coaster ride.
Right.
I had my son. We just signed up for a house. We were buying a house, but we were buying a house after I found out my son was ended up being mine because I didn't think my son was mine at the
Right. Yeah. Understood.
And so I just told her, and it was hard because she had to explain to her family who the fuck is this little motherfucker? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it. I give credit to the people that could do it, could take in another kid. I couldn't do it, man, because I just think like, fuck. And especially if the kid dad is a fucking deadbeat dad or something, like, man. And if the kid gives you a fucking shitty attitude back, like, man, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, I got to buy your school. At the time, I was one of those guys.
Yeah.
I got to buy you fucking those glow-in-the-dark shoes that you want, motherfucker. Your dad don't. Yeah, okay.
Guess is out. Guess is out.
Okay, back.
Okay. So yeah. I told my wife, I told Melinda at my time, this was my girlfriend, I go, hey, if you don't want part of this, it's cool. I understand. I put you in this fucked up position. And if you leave me, I perfectly understand. Like, I'm not going to chase you, nothing. I go, I'm going to let you live your life because this is my fuck up. I did this.
You made your bed.
Yeah. And at the time, we had Kathy, the one that was drinking Chinese beer with our Hong Kong people last night. They were good friends. To this day, they're still good friends. And I just told her, and I go, hey, just tell Melinda, just talk to her and see where her mind's at. If she don't want to be with me, it's cool. I'm not gonna trip. I'm gonna be mad, but it's my fault. I can't blame nobody except myself.
Right.
So she talked to her. And she said, I don't know. I didn't think it was gonna happen, man. So I just talked to Melinda, and I just told her, if you want to leave, it's cool. And she goes, no, I'm gonna stick it through.
Good woman.
Old school, man.
She was like,
Wait a minute.
That's
And
old school
Kathy was
mentality.
Melinda's friend?
from high school.
Yeah.
There's,
Wait a
They're high
minute.
school
But usually the girlfriend, they're worse than the old lady when it comes to shit like
Kathy, you know what? Kathy's the type of person that if you could go looking like shit, mismatched, look like you're out there hanging out on fucking side of the freeway asking for money, she's still gonna go and talk to you, give you a hug, and say, "No, you look nice, Vato." You know, I look like I'm all fucked up, and she's one of those very kind-hearted women, man. Like,
Good soul.
She has a
good.
clean heart, yeah.
She's awesome, man.
that. She'll say hi to you, Timmy.
She'll say hi to everybody. It just has to
Oh,
be-
geez, that makes you feel good.
But she was going through the same thing with her boyfriend at the time. Was my good friend at the time. He had a kid before he got locked up, and when he came out, he got with Kathy through Melinda. So she said she was gonna stick it through, man. And bro, it was. Now I know what I know now. I should have never let a lot of shit happen back then. And Melinda's right there next to me. Like, I threw in the towel a couple times. Like, I even quit working when they started hitting me for child support. I go, fuck that. I ain't gonna give nobody's gonna make me pay for my son. I'm gonna support my son. But at the time, I didn't go to the child support thing because court because I didn't think he was mine. And I'm not talking bad about my son's mom.
Yeah.
I'm young.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, that kid ain't mine. You know what I mean? I'm untouchable. I didn't even finish. So, you know what I mean? So,
Stop short.
And mind you, it's mini me.
Is it?
His boy looks just like him.
Yeah.
Yes, he's a Rocha.
yeah, so that all happened. And like I said, Melinda just guided me. Boom, boom, boom. And I moved to the south side. We got the house. Moved to the south side. And life starts changing for me a little bit. And I don't know. I'm in unfamiliar water, I guess. I don't know that's the word. I'm in an area, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just living it day by day. I don't have no friends in the south side. All I had was, sorry, Melinda, I had girlfriends in the south side. That was it. And I can't go hang out with
Now
them.
you're eating at Poncho's and
Yeah.
going to the pony.
Going to
and shit.
Caesar Chavez.
Future part.
So then I hook up with at the time my cousin Natalie. She was with this guy, and he used to hang out with Grumpy and all Slow Lane. And if you guys remember, I probably shouldn't say it, but I'm gonna fucking say it anyways. The '90s were active with AZ and California.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So I was front line with when shit pops off. Okay, I'm there. I'm gonna disrespect California all the goddamn time. So he was hanging out with Slow Lane, and I used to see Grumpy and all the guys from Slow Lane, but their cars at the time, their cars were like the rockabilly kind of a deal. Some of them were.
Yeah.
That the white walls, the primer spots, they look like
patina.
In
Yeah.
process.
yeah, and
Yeah.
They're
and-
building.
Under construction.
Yeah,
And
they're building.
I didn't know
Exactly.
under
They're
construction.
building. Yeah.
I didn't know it. You got smart ass Vato rolling a 65 Impala, looking at him like, man, why don't you paint your fucking shit? I didn't tell them.
Right.
But
You're
I'm
thinking it.
thinking, why don't you paint that fucking raggedy piece of shit? And there's Vato, cocky ass Vato, parked right there. And at the time, with a different car club. I didn't know them. I didn't know the stilo. I'm still young minded. I'm still fucking, I just barely moved to the fucking south side. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I used to see him, and the dude that I met them all through, he was from the east side. And I was like, dude, where you hanging out with that dude? They're from Khalifa. I was like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Nah, man, it's not like that. And this dude already he's older than me, he went to the joint, came back. Actually, he was all past that. And I didn't know about it. I wasn't.
Mature.
Yeah, mature. And so I'll fast forward a little bit. He goes, hey, Vato, they need help with a quinceanera. Do you want to come and do it? And I was like, and I was still with my old car club, but I was kind of like fading away. And I go, I'll fucking do it. Fuck it. I ain't gonna lie. I took my gun because I didn't know what to expect. There was a bunch of dudes from the south side. Even though I lived on the south side, I didn't know none of them. And Grumpy was from Califas. And I don't know if you guys ever met Grumpy or...
No.
He looks imitating. Is it imitating?
Intimidating.
Imitating
Yeah.
what?
I'm sorry,
Oh my God.
intimidating. Big old fucking Rocha, fucking tatted up and drinking probably Coors Light at the time.
Wow.
Yeah, he was drinking Coors Light, but
Like a guy, he didn't care.
yeah, he was yeah, and I didn't. It is crazy because I did the quinceanera with them, and I met all these dudes. I met the Southside family. I met Tony. I met Chuck. Chuck's a big part of who I am today.
All right.
Chuck and Ray. They opened, especially Ray. I met Ray through Chuck. Ray opened a lot of doors, and I'm talking about working class Ray.
And
He's over there.
Chuck, but no, he showed Chuck. Chuck introduced me, but Chuck showed me another thing. There's more out there than what we're doing, and I didn't get it. I didn't understand it.
At that time.
At the time, I was like, "Fuck, I'm going to photograph fucking show. See pictures on the wall? That's stupid." So okay, I'm jumping a little bit here.
You're going fast.
Yeah,
all right.
I did the
Back to
quinceanera.
your-
I did the quinceanera, and his hose popped. And at that time, I'm walking in, the group of guys from Slow Lane. I'm walking in, I'm feeling like I'm fucking 13 feet tall. You guys, I had a little
About to have a little chip on his
yeah.
shoulder.
I'm from the east side. This is who I am. This and that. This and
Your
that.
car's not even done, is it?
You need a painter.
I had that before.
Park next to me.
And your hair looks like shit.
And Grumpy's, he had his bomb, his hose. I used to think bombs were fucking dumb. Like, you can't even go fast in bombs. Like, you know what I mean? That was where my mind was at.
Yeah.
And his hose busted. And that's when Orleans was still alive. And Orleans had that shop right behind Penny Pinchers. And Grumpy goes, hey, I need a ride to Orleans to get the hose. And nobody said anything. I don't know, he planned it that way or what he wanted to get. Because he wanted to know who you are.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, he told, hey, I'm going to ask for a ride, but you guys better not give me a ride. I want him to jump up and give me a ride. And he asked twice, and nobody's saying, I go, hey, Holmes, I'll give you a ride, man. He goes, for real? I go, yeah, I'll give you a ride. So that ride was a new chapter in my life, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, it was the new Vato.
That was the open door.
He was testing you.
Yeah. So we went to Orly's, and I dealt with Orly before. Orly treated me like a goddamn customer, and that was it. He see Grumpy, he gave him a hug, fucking asked about Josie, fucking like loved Grumpy. Like, and I was like, this little motherfucker, like, but I guess Grumpy did a lot of side jobs for him. Grumpy at the time, I don't know at the time, but he used to have a drywall business.
Okay.
And I guess he did a lot of the drywall for him.
Contractor.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into that. That's a Slow Lane, right?
So, Slow Lane.
Go ahead.
So, I'm sorry. When you give him this ride, you're basically getting to know each other then.
Interview. I call it interview. He was interviewing.
Right. You guys are riding to Orly's.
Yes.
You guys getting to know each other. You guys are saying hey, this and that. You're shooting the shit.
Yeah. Where you
Right?
from? What are you still? Are you still active? Where do you live? How many kids you got? It was like an interview.
And he and Grumpy's from California.
Yeah.
Right?
In Cali. Riverside?
Born and raised, yeah. Well, born and raised, L.A., Van Nuys, and then Inland Empire.
Okay.
And you're getting to know each other like this, and you're basically networking then. He's networking you with you.
Yeah.
you're
And I didn't know
networking
that
her.
at the time. I thought he was just being fucking nosy.
Right.
Or he was just trying to be like...
He needed a ride, man.
Yeah. Or he was just trying to see if I was going to disrespect California or something like that. I didn't know. I didn't know at the time. Because like I said, I was 27 years old, yeah. And we talked, whatever, and he came out and said, hey, man, thank you. And that's when Lay It Low just came out. You guys remember Lay It Low?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that just came out. He goes, hey, we're all on lay low.
It's a blog, right, or something like that, or
It was a website of some sort.
something.
Yeah, like a blog. Yeah.
You could
It was
ask
before,
questions.
it was before Facebook and all. It was like the whole Lord
Yeah.
thing.
You could ask
What was
questions
that,
about my
MySpace,
ride or
all that
whatever. on
shit?
there.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
before then.
Yeah, so he goes, we're on this page, man. Get on it, see what we're about. I'm like, all right, cool.
It was a forum.
Holy shit! You know what?
Yeah.
I just realized I did see names like that on there. Like now that you're saying them, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's because I used to look at it all the time too.
So he started inviting me more. No shit. I went to a party on New Year's for Romy's house, and I got drunk.
Were you
And
looking for
No.
the red lights?
I wasn't even looking for. I was worried about myself. I was like, because there was like a lot of people there, and I didn't know them, and they're all from the south side, and I was from the east side, so I didn't know what the hell was. I was expecting the worst. It was only me and Melinda. I got drunk. Of course, I got drunk, and I started telling the guys, "I'm fucking steal your car. You ain't gonna do shit." Like, I was going that route. So the next day, I did call him the next day and apologize to everybody. I told I was gonna steal their car. I go, man, I don't even steal cars no more, bro.
That's kind of a fucked up thing to say.
I go, it's your fault. You guys got me drunk.
Unless you had a car seat in it.
Gone in 60 seconds.
And Grumpy, what Grumpy told me, he goes, you felt comfortable around us. That's what he said. He goes, you felt comfortable around us. I go, all right, cool. So we were I don't know what the hell happened. I'm pretty sure I'm skipping a lot of shit, but I was starting to hang out. I joined the club. At the time, it was a car club.
Slow Lane.
Yeah, Slow Lane Car Club. And he just, I think when I joined, maybe a year later, they changed it to Familia. Because he said we're supposed to be brothers, supposed to be family. And Grumpy once said, and it takes a while for me to catch on to shit, man. I only went up to the 3rd grade, so. Grumpy goes, what did he say? I'm not going to invite you to come to my house if I don't trust you. Yeah, I'm not going to invite you to come to my house. If you do come to my house, that means I trust you. You're my family. And Grumpy goes, Vato, this is the only family that I have because he's from L.A. And I thought he was full of shit. I go, fuck you. Nah, you got cousins or somebody. And it was the fucking truth. He told me about his sister probably 5 years after I joined Slow Lane that he had a sister that lives in Mexico, right?
Yeah, she retired in Mexico.
Yeah, and then he had like an uncle, but he said that his uncle, they bumped heads a lot, and they didn't talk for like 20 years.
God damn.
That's
Yeah.
what raised him.
Yeah. And I thought, and you got to remember, I'm young.
Yeah.
I'm still like, shut the fuck, you don't, no, you're not. You know what I mean? You're dumb. You got family. So, and I didn't get this probably to like maybe a couple of years ago, and Josie co-signed on it. He liked me because I feel like I always spoke my mind. Even though I put my foot in my mouth a lot, I spoke my mind. And at that time, I was still throwing up the neighborhood and all that with Slow Lane shirt on. And don't get me wrong, I still do it once in a long while.
When you drink sake?
Yeah.
Everybody
Still dances
represents
on
the
tables.
neighborhood.
Yeah, it's
man.
just, I blame the music. I blame the people I'm around. So I blame them.
Blame it on the boogie.
So I think it was probably 10 years ago when he told me this. He goes, because I got down. It was the girls from Jaguars, and I was throwing up the neighborhood. And he goes,
You got another son. Just kidding.
Just kidding, Melinda.
Just kidding, Melinda.
and he just,
Me
We
and
found his
Melinda were
pager.
there.
We found his pager. Never mind.
and he pulled me to the side. There was a thing that he used to always call. I'll say that afterwards. He pulled me to the side and he goes, "What do you want to be remembered as?" I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "What do you want to be known as? Remember when you leave." I go, "What do you mean when I leave? When you die? What do you want to be remembered as? A 50, 60, 70-year-old fucking gang member still throwing up gang signs? Or you want people to remember you like, damn, remember that one time in 2019, we went to the river, we were all drunk." I go, "How do you want to be remembered as?" I go, "I just want to be remembered as me." He goes, "No, you're not hearing me. What do the first thing somebody mentions their name, what do you want that person?"
What comes to mind?
Comes to mind. There you go. And I was like, "Shit." I go, "I don't know." And he left it at that. And I didn't get it. So then there was like, we'll speed it up a little bit. We're going to Desert Rose. You guys remember Desert Rose?
Glendale?
Yeah.
We used to go to Desert Rose on Fridays, and there I go again, acting like a fool. jumping on the table, calling out the security guards. Like, these fucking security guards, the security guards are fucking old as fuck. Like, why am I fucking with security guards for? But I have a good time, but I overdo it. You know what I mean? I'm working on it.
It must be the age thing. Hey, it must be the age, the era.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Vato's here.
But at this time, you are part of Slow Lane
At this
Familia.
time, like I said, I'm skipping a lot. I'm part of Slow Lane at the time. I'm not really. I'm involved, but I follow Grumpy's lead. Cause I was in the car club, but we're new to it. We didn't know what was going. We're all green to it. So Grumpy had everything established. He had everything. He knew what to do. I didn't. He just, hey, Vato, we gotta do a kid thing. All right, cool. You know what I mean? And that was it. And I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know how it ran, nothing. And back to Desert Rose, I was still fucking up.
Sure.
And he'll come to my house on Sunday.
The next day.
He'll come knock on my door and I'm like, oh, come in. No, I didn't talk to y'all here.
Oh.
So I'm like, fucking, it's hot. I'm hungover. And he goes, you hungover? I go, yeah. What'd I tell you? I go, what do you mean? He goes, you're wearing my shirt and you're throwing up gang signs. Or you're wearing my shirt. People know who you are already. You don't need a shirt. That's what he said also. You represent me and you represent Slow Lane. Why are you acting like that, like a fucking
Show
fool?
some class.
Yes. And I'm sitting there like, fuck, all right. You don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
It's like your dad scolding, the dad scolding the son. I was a student, his son. I was learning. And I didn't know.
He always said that. Vato's green.
Yes.
I'm molding him.
And I didn't get that shit. I didn't.
Sometimes the truth is a tough pill to swallow.
Well, yeah, but I didn't get it. I just thought I never expect Grumpy to not be here.
Those were known as the Sunday talks now.
The Sunday talk.
If you ever hear us say we gotta get a Sunday talk, it was because Grumpy implemented the Sunday talk.
So let me go, because I don't know. So Grumpy was originally from California.
Grumpy was born and raised in California, and then I am born and raised here.
Okay.
So I moved. My mom, cruising was hot when I was going to enter high school. My mom said, hell no. Moved us, literally packed a suitcase. We went to California to live with my aunt, and that Grumpy and I are high school sweethearts. So I met him in high school.
And what part?
At this time, he was already in Inland Empire, so it was at Riverside.
Yeah, Riverside.
And I started out there. I was known as the girl from Phoenix. And then Grumpy went around and just told everybody I was his girlfriend. I'm this new girl in California high school.
He staked a claim on you.
Anybody. The first day.
He liked your hair.
First day, my hair. Must have been the hair.
Nice.
But he and everybody's walking around and going, "You're the girl from Phoenix. You're Richie."
Grumpy's
They called
girl.
him Richie.
Oh, yeah.
You're Richie's girlfriend. I'm like, I don't even know who this Richie is. Like, I don't know who this guy is. So we, again, high school sweethearts, ended up getting pregnant, getting married, lived out there. We moved back in like 90, I think it was 92.
Oh.
We moved back. We started hanging out with a couple car clubs out here.
And you guys already had a car.
He had a 54. Yeah.
Okay.
They always have bombs.
It was primered.
Okay.
Yeah, American here they don't go fast.
Yeah, and then exactly. That's where Slow Lane comes from, the name. So he, a couple car clubs started trying to recruit him. He was like, no. We kind of hung out a little bit, but the image that they portrayed and what they did, because Grumpy was about family. Grumpy was about.
It didn't fit him.
He grew up in a broken home, lost his mom when he was 6. Was raised. His dad was out there. He was an alcoholic as well, in and out of the home. So when mom passed away, his Nino and Nina took him under. Broken home, all
Right.
that stuff that comes along with it. So he loved family. Like, he wanted family.
Right.
He loved his children. He loved me. Like the family was everything to him. So when we came out here, again, car clubs were out, and car clubs in that day were men.
Yes.
It was all about the guys hanging out.
Yeah.
And they would invite him, and then they expected me and the kids to stay home. And he's like, no, that's my wife. Those are my kids. If they're not welcome, I'm not coming.
Yeah.
So he kind of changed in my eyes, and I don't know
The culture
anybody
of
who's
it.
in that. Yes, he was out to change the culture of what car clubs were and the way things things came about, and changing it from men to family, bring
Right.
the kids, bring the youth, and he was huge on. We'd go to that's when Sueño was hopping.
Yeah.
We'd go to Sueño, and he was out there. Let's get a baseball game going. Let's get these kids out here that are out here, the boys, whatever. Let's get them in. Let's play a game. Let's get them involved. Let's get a football game going. So he, with the guys, would try to get the kids that were in the park to come,
Yeah.
So we started having barbecues and different. We went from Sueño to Barrio Unidos on 16th Street. And then he started, that was his thing. Like, how can we bring, so then he told the other guys that were trying to recruit him, I'm going to start my own shit. He goes, because you guys are, I don't agree, no disrespect. I don't agree with how the car club scene is.
He had a different
I want
vision.
it to be about family. So Grumpy's trying to change the culture of lowriding out here, which, if you know Grumpy, he's just this, like Vato said, he looks all gangster, but he's a big teddy bear, and he's all about the children. And so it
All
was
about
just
family.
All about family. He loved his family. And that's what he wanted. He wanted every child to feel like they belonged, because probably because of his upbringing.
Right.
He didn't feel like he had a place. And so so coming out here, I wouldn't say he got a lot of shit from the guys in other clubs, but he also got the respect. Right. Because he wasn't going to just follow suit with what was happening out here. He definitely let them know that no disrespect, no nothing, And again, this is a guy coming in from California where he already
In the
had
90s.
to.
Right.
He already had to.
They're
He had to
static.
prove himself.
Can I ask a quick question? Was he low riding over there in California? They came
He
over
always
here?
had a love for vehicles out there. Yes, yes, but not necessarily. Yeah, I guess they were. They were low riding.
Always
They
cruising
were
over there.
cruising Whittier.
Okay.
Yeah. But he wasn't in the cars club scene or anything like that. And it was just out here when he started meeting people. That was big out here. I think Phoenix they were on top.
And what year was this, more or less?
92
90s.
in the 90s.
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
And roughly how old was he when he came back out here?
We were probably in our 20s.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he definitely just wanted to do something. So again, fast forward a couple years, he decided, nope, I'm going to start my own club. It was him and his brother and one other dude. So that's where the power in three. He said, we're going to start something. Let me get 3 guys together. We're going to start a club. So there was a couple other clubs, though, the big names, old school. They wanted to recruit him. He was like cool. He was cool with everybody. And that was what was different about him is there was no boundary with him. He didn't care that he was from California, that you guys were from Arizona. We all need to get along.
Right.
And we're all here for one
He had no
purpose.
stigma about anything.
Yeah, he didn't care. Like everybody looked at him different, but he was out here to show them that I'm no different than you. And we can do this together. And that was his big thing. And so when Vato came along,
Sunday talks.
I remember when he saw Vato and he just knew he had to help him. He had to save Vato. That was his mission in life, was to save
Vato was one of the kids at
but
Swing.
Grumpy set out again. Slow Lane started, and he was big. He was big on family. He wanted to help kids. We started toy drives, and he started having Sunday barbecues. That was our thing. Our meetings were always at the park because he was going to feed the kids.
Yeah. Wow.
Any kids that were at the park, bring them, come on over. Again, the vinyl, whatever, the cardboard, he always had it so the kids could dance. He loved having all the kids around, which was really different. So
He's building
anybody
community.
that was hanging out with us, if you weren't about that, they weeded themselves out.
Right.
The guys weeded themselves out because the women were there, the kids were there, and his heart was out there. He wanted reel in the kids, like I said, baseball gloves, bats, whatever he needed to bring the kids to him. Yeah. And then he would talk to them. Hey, he'd always have a conversation. It didn't matter who you were, how old you were, how young you were. You had a hug from Grumpy. You had a handshake. Grumpy had no enemies. And again, the car club was something that was just his way of reaching those kids that needed to feel like they belonged.
How did he get the nickname Grumpy?
Because he's grumpy as hell.
Wait a minute.
He looked.
That's an oxymoron.
looked
soft-minded.
grumpy.
I mean, he's
If
soft-hearted.
you
It
looked
sounded-
at him, he
Yeah.
looked hard as hell. Like,
Right.
like he looked unapproachable, hard as hell. But the minute you spoke to him, he was
Soft-hearted.
very soft-spoken.
So it's just like
very,
Yeah,
Snow White and Seven Dwarfs.
Yes,
Grumpy was grumpy.
He's just grumpy, like, and
He was soft,
yeah, but
hearted.
he, you know, I always said his whole face would smile, his eyes would dance when he would smile, because it was very rare that you got to smile, but he would smile, and it just love, you know, he just poured love all the time, and
It was genuine. It sounds like.
yeah, he was very genuine, very down to earth, and it didn't matter who you were. It
Right.
didn't matter if you were black, white, Asian. It didn't matter if you were 10 foot tall, you were this big. He was going to approach you, shake your hand, whatever, you know, and he was going to try to reach you.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's it. Like I said, when Vato came along, I remember when meeting Vato, and it was like, I kept saying, like, why do you want this guy so bad? You know, like, because I
Look at
gotta
his
get
hair.
to him.
Yeah.
I gotta get to him. And Vato was this guy with the damn chip on his damn shoulder.
Yeah.
Thought he was the shit.
Yeah.
And again, his car thought he was a shit. He was in.
It's
he was
because
in
he
Pella.
was.
And again, Slow Lane was bombs. Slow Lane was
Oh, it
bombs. I
was.
think you were the first Impala, right? Were you?
No, Tony had it.
oh, Tony had an
was
Impala.
fine,
Yeah, but
I remember at one time they were trying to make it all bombs, and I was
Yes.
like, "I'll get out." And Grumpy goes, "You ain't going nowhere. Don't be listening to everybody."
Sit down.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
He told me to sit down many a time. Now.
So Vato was his little protege, and Vato was
Nice.
he was gonna get to Vato one way or another. And I just remember, like, Vato thought he was the shit, and so I was just like, okay, you know, and Vato too, I think, had that mentality of car clubs are for the guys.
Yeah, and it's
And
true.
I remember one of the first times, and I said, "Vato, aren't you married? Don't you have a little one?" And he was like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, where is she?" And he's like, "She's fucking at home."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Well, invite her out. Like, Vato, bring her." Like,
And I
it's
didn't know
okay.
about it. Like I
It's
didn't
cool, you know?
understand it. I just thought car clubs are for guys. And
Yeah.
I remember seeing Wheelan or Josie over there with all the girls. I'm like, I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, car clubs are for guys. That's what I looked at it.
And so then eventually we started coming around, and again and I kept talking to Grumpy, like, what do you see in Vato? He's like, Vato's fucking green. He goes, he needs to get off that shit that he's on, his fucking East Side shit. I'm sorry. Don't disrespect East Siders. Don't come for me. But that was Vato. Vato was about East Side, throwing gang signs, doing all that. And Grumpy did say, you know, he's young and he needs to grow up, you know, and he needs guidance. Vato fucking needs guidance. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever, you know. And sure enough, you know, Grumpy took to Vato, and Vato had a big spot in his heart.
Nice.
And so it was like he just wanted the best for Vato. And again, for any of the members, you know, we came out here and we bought a home in Tolleson, was our first purchase. And that's what he would tell the guys. You can do this. Any of the members, you know, because I think when you grow up in the neighborhood, you don't think you're capable of
Making maneuvers.
what
yeah.
you can do. Yeah. And so Grumpy was a contractor. He had, you know, we bought our first home, never thinking we could do that, because we were a statistic, you know, we were
Right.
young.
Right.
I think we were married at 16 and 17.
Wow.
But it's like, you know, we came out here, we did this, and that's what he wanted to show the guys. So everybody that was in Slow Lane, Grumpy was out to touch their heart. You know, he was out to build them. Everybody that he saw, he wanted more for you than what he was reaching. You know, and we were the older ones, you know, like in the club, and he would always say, "You can do this. Like, if I can buy a fucking house, you can buy a fucking house."
Yeah.
You know, and he would tell everybody, like,
And we need more of that.
yeah, get yourself
We
together,
do.
do this. And any of the kids that he saw that they were on the wrong path, he wanted to reach them. You know, I need him.
Not even for kids, but people our age too
Yeah.
are still
Yeah.
in doubt.
They need
with
somebody
with
to tell
themselves.
them, you can do this. Like,
a good
how many
talker. He was a
people-
good talker.
Yeah, he'd give you a speech, and you know, and it was like he would sit there with you, and it was like you were the only two in the place.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he
Oh, nice.
really gave you his
Really engaged
undivided
with you.
attention and his heart. You know, you really felt that. Like, you felt like he cares. Hey, fucking Grumpy cares about me.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of the guys say that. Like, Grumpy, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have this. And it wasn't just about your car. And when Vato's talking shit about people's cars,
Stealing them.
You need to paint
it's
it.
what you have. And your car is
Yours.
Yours. It's yours. And that shit, you're proud of that shit. It doesn't matter what it looks like. That's your fucking car. And Grumpy was not there to tell you, you need a fucking paint job, you need this, you need that. Eventually, he's going to move you there. But in the beginning, I just want you. I just want to bring you here. And then we're going to work on that. And we're going to work on this together. And you're going to, you know,
One step at a time.
It sounds like he was a natural leader, right?
He's
a natural
total leader.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so you had the opportunity to see like behind the scene, right? So did you recognize those characteristics in him as his wife
At a young age.
At a young age?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because he was claiming my ass. And
That's right.
He wanted you.
And so then, like, you know, you said
She needs help.
he was,
Reach out to her.
you know, he was very inspirational, right?
Yes.
What-
Yeah, no, and he went through his own shit. I'm
Yeah,
not gonna
as
say he
everybody
didn't.
does, right?
He went through his own shit. And there was some rocky times in our lives, but he knew what he wanted.
Right.
And he knew what he needed to do. And
But did he like sit down and think about like, okay, we're gonna have this meeting and this is what I'm gonna say to the members? Like, did he write it down, or sometimes was it like
he's
off
a
the top of the head
natural.
and you're sitting there and you're going like, damn.
he's
You know?
a natural.
That video that you do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you'll hear it. Like,
Okay.
that's the guy. There's only like 2 people, probably 3 now. I got a new Sunday talk guy that talks to me on Sundays, but him and Luis Miranda. But Grumpy, when they talk, my attention is all on them. Like the way they just.
They handcuff you to it.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
you want to listen.
Right.
You want to record them because you're going to forget it. You want to record it. It's just.
That's
and
why I asked that question, because of what you said about that speech. And I was just wondering, sometimes some people have to sit down and think about what they're going to say. And then there's some people who get up there and just kind of compose themselves and let it out and, you know, and be inspirational.
I try to do that and I say some crazy shit.
Yeah, right. And that's why maybe, you know, most people have to sit down
Yeah,
and write
right
it out.
down.
He's
But-
a natural because I feel like it was in it. It was truly in his heart. And
Yeah.
he just wanted, and like Vato said, you know, our house was open to
Yes.
any of the guys. So when he did decide to change, we started out as Slow Lane Car Club, and then he moved to Familia because it takes for
So
you
now
to
it's
be
called
part of our family.
Slow Lane Familia.
Yeah.
It's Slow Lane
I
Familia
dig
now.
that shit.
And it's you have to be part. And like he said, if I can't trust you, you can't be here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel like your wife and your children are safe here, then this ain't the place for you.
Have there been people that have gone away
yeah.
because of that? Okay.
Yes. I think they weed themselves out,
Yeah.
especially like we say, I think we were just talking about this the other day at the beach, that men who come in or guys that come in, and there's a lot of guys out there that are coming into car clubs just looking, because they're out scouting. They're scouting for women. They're scouting for this. They want that party life. That's not Slow Lane.
Right.
But we do party.
We
don't-
party.
we
but
got
we're
partying down
couples.
pat.
Car clubs
We're
are just for guys.
family, but we're family
family
first.
tailgating.
Yeah, we're family first. So coming on in, it's a family. You ain't here to meet a chick. You might meet one that hangs out with us, but Slow Lane itself, we're family. We're all brothers and sisters. And your child is safe with me as much as your child is safe with the next guy in our
Nice.
club. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
your wife,
Yeah.
or there's no.
It's a safe space.
Yes, you're in a safe place.
it's a
And
good
that's
village.
what Grumpy wanted to build. Grumpy built that and said, you're safe, your family's safe, your kids are safe. I want them here. We want to provide a space where we're all welcome, we're all important. And he was there to build everybody. Like, nobody's going to stay behind.
Right.
Nice.
Right.
We're
He-
going to come up together.
So how many members do you guys have now?
I'll say, what year did it start?
97.
97.
Okay.
April.
Officially 97.
That was before me. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So
were-
so how many members do you have currently now?
I don't
in the
know.
club?
Phoenix? Yeah, we go up and down.
Yeah.
So there's multiple chapters.
yeah, we got go ahead, Josie. Go ahead.
We have Phoenix, San Diego. San Diego is ran by Grump's cousin.
Okay.
And then Inland Empire is ran.
By Marco. It was getting run by Boxer, and Boxer stepped down from his position, and Marco's running it now.
And who's Boxer?
Boxer is the truth.
Boxers are other son. So Boxer's like my son, and then Boxer's
He's
like my
another
other
dude
son.
like you, but over there.
Yeah, I met him through the Air Force. He's
He was in
originally
Tucson.
Yeah, he was
and
in,
he started in Tucson.
Yeah.
He started in.
he had an ugly ass
Club
64.
Oh, here we go.
Here comes the old Vato back.
Yeah. I remember this day.
Time for a Sunday
that's
talk.
an edit.
We're talking about this. No. Hear the story.
Yeah.
skinny dude, big head. He was in the Air Force. He had these little small glasses on. And he was from New Mexico, and everything was Johnny Tapia.
Hey, Johnny Tapia. I'm
a
going to
big
give it to
fan.
Johnny
He's a
Tapia.
He was stationed in Tucson. at the time.
Did Boxer used to box?
Nah, I don't think so. You know, he looked like Fernando Vargas. That's what we call him.
okay,
We look like,
Which Fernando Vargas with the hair right here?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So when he came, because we had at the time we had a San Diego, Tucson, Slow Lane, and they brought him over to meet all of us to a show at the Coliseum, and he was like, "Yeah, I got a '64, I got a Center Gold, and Center Gold was expensive back then." And he shows a picture, and I was like, "Fucking Biscayne, like what the fuck you do with that?" I'm not letting this fuck. I go, man, I looked at Grumpy, I was like,
It's a Biscayne.
Vato, you're a hater.
Oh, he was a shit talker.
so I was like, "It's a fucking Biscayne." He was all, he takes me by a bomb.
It's two-door, though.
But you know what? There's a story behind it, man. I'm gonna throw it out there.
It's all love.
He bought a '64 Impala, took the parts off of that and put it in the goddamn Biscayne.
Oh,
We tease him to this day.
Kit is a kit.
But you know what? And I love Boxer. I fucking love Boxer. Has a big impact
Yes.
in what we are today.
Okay.
For Slow Lane.
Yes. Boxer's amazing.
He's in the Air Force. He just recently retired.
Nice.
Air Force. He went to
San Diego?
he went to Inland Empire.
Inland.
And Grumpy blessed him and let him start his own
Chapter out there.
familia out
there you
there.
go.
And he ran with it. And they were strong. Like they were really, really. I was like, holy shit! Me and Grumpy like we gotta step our game up now. You know what I mean? So Boxer is a big part of it, and I don't think he gets a lot of credit for it. And I always tell him, Boxer, you changed this, you did this for us. This, but you know, he don't want to hear it. He's like me. I don't want to hear it either. Like fuck it, whatever. You know what I mean? But he has a big part in who we are today.
Okay.
A very big part.
And he's in San Diego?
No, he's in
Inland Empire.
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
Riverside.
Here we go.
man.
Yeah, and then we got Joker. Like Josie was saying, it as Grumpy's cousin. They didn't see each other. When I met Joker in 2008, he just got back from Okinawa or something like that. He's a Marine, bad motherfucker, fucking bad. And respect to all the Marines.
Yep.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah, service.
So Grumpy and
Even
and
Boxer,
Jo-
thank you for service.
Grumpy
Yeah.
and Joker,
They see each other like 20
they were
years, right?
raised together,
Okay.
cousins, and then Joker took off to the service, and then Grumpy, we were married, so Grumpy was raising kids, you know, so we kind of went in different directions. They didn't come back until 2008.
It was like 20 years they
Right
didn't
up
talk to
with
each
them,
other or
yeah.
anything like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so when I met Joker and his wife Tony, Grumpy just reunited with them, and we're in Chino Hills
Yeah,
for the
we went
Viejitos
to
Valentine's Day.
Viejitos Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I seen Joe, and I knew, there I go talking shit again.
Yeah.
I didn't. Dude with big old ears and this and that. I'm like, I know that's big old ears.
He's a good listener. I said.
Yeah, and then I find out he's a Marine. And then I found out he was a Marine. I'm like, this motherfucker fucking chew me up and spit me out. Like, damn, okay, I need to calm down. But it was a new chapter in my life, a new chapter to my book of my life.
Right.
And we became inseparable ever since then. Like,
Nice.
And one thing
You still make fun of his ears?
no, I don't say nothing like that. That dude picked me up and like put me on his shoulder, like in front of my wife, and like jogged with me on his shoulder like nothing.
Buddy Carey.
Yeah.
One thing Grumpy was proud of as well, and what he wanted to show the community and people who look down on lowriders was that if you looked at Slow Lane, if you looked at who we were made of, we all had a job. We all were superior in our jobs. You know, he had service guys, he had contractors, he had all these different people because there was that stigma of lowriding is down here.
It's gangster shit.
Again, he wanted to prove and change the culture and change the view of what you saw lowriding. And when somebody was of that stature, he'd be like, meet my boy right here. He's the owner of such and such and such and such.
Right.
And meet this guy, and he's in the Marines, and he did, you know, you're going to talk shit about lowriding or about who we are as gangsters or who you think you see. This is who we are. Because he was a contractor. I had a full-time job. You know, everybody in there, none of us were gangsters. And you know what? It was like we all had something, and we could show you who we were but we love this lifestyle.
Yeah, you're successful people. But a lot of people judge a book by its cover.
Stereotypes. Stereotypical. He was trying to wipe away
You own
the
a lowrider,
stereotype.
you sell dope.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's not that.
That you got your car because you're out there dealing. You got
Correct.
your car because you're out here doing this shit. But no, we earned our
I got
money.
my car because I got an OnlyFans.
Yeah, he's got a bike.
But he was very proud of that, and he always would put you up there. He put you on a pedestal and say, "Look, this guy came from nothing, and look where he's at." And he would tell the youth that. So nobody, there's nothing in this world that you can't accomplish.
Absolutely not.
So
Absolutely
real quick, I may have missed it. The San Diego chapter, who's running that one?
Joker.
Joker. Okay.
That's Grumpy's cousin, right?
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
Grumpy's
Because
cousin.
I noticed you guys are always out there, man. I follow you guys on
He's our
Instagram.
homeboy from
I was out there for the last car show a couple months ago.
Day at the Bay?
Day at the Bay.
Bay.
Real quick.
Did you guys show there?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
No, we're there.
Hey, to Grumpy, bro.
And it's his
today's
birthday.
It's his
Really?
happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Grumpy.
Happy birthday.
With us, Grumpy was the president, the founder, the CEO.
He didn't like the word president.
Yeah, he's the president. There's Grumpy. He was the president. He's the go-to
He's
guy.
the grumpiest.
Yeah.
The founder.
And now, since he passed away, there's no more president. He's always going to be our president. We just got head of Familia now.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
We have the heads.
And
Yeah,
who,
okay,
and who
the
is
heads.
that now for the Phoenix?
Is me.
Oh, nice.
And Joker.
Damn, you came a long way.
I have, man. I'm telling you guys.
Tell me
man.
the moment.
That's good, dude. That's good.
You guys.
No,
we'll
that's
be here all
good.
day, man. We'll be here all day. Like, trying to style out there. And roll the tapes again.
Have dinner.
But yeah, then it was Marco, Boxer, because he got transferred to IE, and Grumpy blessed him to start his own thing, and then he got
Seattle. He got
Seattle.
stationed.
Wow, you got.
He went
got
to
stationed
Seattle.
out.
Oh, got stationed.
Yeah, and then he came. When he got stationed somewhere else, Sarge took over, and Sarge was like his right hand man.
Okay.
How I was with Grumpy, Sarge was with Boxer.
Okay.
Then we lost Sarge to cancer.
Oh.
But that was one smart freaking guy. He could read something and
And he was Border Patrol.
Yeah.
He retired
He's Border Patrol.
Yeah.
so yeah, and like our brothers.
There's another one that has a
very
career that's
successful. Yes,
government job.
Everything, and I say this for my life. And I if you saw the video, the last one I did with Josh, all of our paths fucking cross for a reason. Yeah. Even though I don't know, I got dudes, brothers in Slow Lane Phoenix are my fucking enemies from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated those motherfuckers. And no, I ain't gonna say the neighborhood or anything like that, but now that dude's right here, right next to me. He's my right-hand man.
Yeah.
That's called. We talked about change earlier. Remember?
Yeah,
That's what it's all about, dude.
Changes
Maturity
culture.
and
It's a growth mindset, man. I mean,
Yep.
you grow up. You grow
Yeah.
up, man. And we got more things in common than we don't.
Yes, and I hang out Ray, world class Ray.
No, nice hair.
Yeah, nice hair. And
You talking about Fat Joe?
he's from the West Valley, and I met all his people. They're all from what high school you went to, Ray?
Alhambra.
Alhambra. He's a
Nobody hangs out with
You know
nobody
what I
from
mean?
Alhambra.
Nobody knows nobody from Alhambra.
Was he over there with an ice cream?
He was chasing chick. And
From my hood.
and like we got people from the South Side, like are good people. Like
Yeah.
look at the end when Grumpy passed away. I used to. He had all the answers to all my questions, and I don't have that no more. You know what I mean? Like he California in the beginning. You guys heard me say it.
Yeah.
I wasn't fucking with him because he was from LA.
I think you got him now. They're embedded in you now, man.
Yes.
Because you met him.
Yeah.
Yes, and I took a little bit, and I'm not trying to make it me. No, I took a little bit of everything.
Sure.
Boxer,
Always.
Joker,
All your
Ray,
experiences,
Chip,
yeah.
Chuck, all these people.
And you keep going. And Josie.
I've been talking to this last week. I talked to her 2 or 3 times, and it's not negative. She's like pumping me up. I hang up that phone. I'm like, I could take on the fucking world.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm gonna jump on this table.
So it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're not perfect.
Right,
We're
no, absolutely not.
I fuck up a lot, and everybody knows Ray could tell it. You saw Ray to give me the signal right now.
Yeah.
I was saying some crazy shit or whatever, but I feel like all of them, I got them all in me somehow, some way. I don't know the words, but
You get a little bit of everybody. And you
yes,
put it in.
and I just think and Grumpy, even though
He brought out the best.
Yes, that's perfect. He
brought out
seen
the best
something
in
that I
you.
didn't fucking see in myself.
Right.
And it's crazy because and I'm not saying no disrespect to my brothers now. He was my shield. My shield, is that what it is? I want to say.
He was a mentor.
Yes, we'll be at the bar or we'll be at Desert Rose, and he'll sit. Grumpy will move at his own pace, his own speed. He'll sit right here, and I'm over there socializing with everybody, and I'll stop and I'll turn, and he'll look and he'll go like this, like, I see you, I got you.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying my brothers are not like that. Now, no, they're not. I'm not saying they're not like that. My brothers got me 100%. But I miss that. Just looking back and just. Or that sense of smell.
That security blanket.
Yeah.
I mean, he ain't gonna move fast. He's gonna take a while to get to me. But I knew he was watching me.
Yeah.
Like I knew he was there. Like he was the camera. You know what I mean? Like he knew what I was doing, where I was at.
Eye in the sky.
Yes. And I'm not saying no disrespect to my brothers now. I know my brothers got me, but it's just stuff like that.
It's different.
I didn't know until he passed on. He's gone.
So, Mija, when did he pass on? When was that? What year was it?
6 years. 6 years in April.
13.
He passed away. Yeah, he was on a bike run and he had an accident and he didn't make it. It was a bike week, Friday the 13th.
It was bike week. I remember
Friday
the whole
the
time.
13th. Went on a bike run and didn't make it back. But with that being said, he went doing what he loved and he went in his prime, which is what he wanted.
And it sounded like he left his mark.
He totally left his
Definitely.
legacy.
I'm
And-
hyped up. I never met the guy.
He's a good dude,
yeah,
man.
everybody who we talk about him and everybody's like, I wish I would have met him. Because we don't even have to tell you who Grumpy is. If you ask anybody who Grumpy is, and again, in the lowrider community, he made an impact.
He came
out here.
He
He came out here as the guy from California who nobody knew and made and left.
I was
his
just
name.
going to say that. Coming from a different state.
Yes.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Which California,
And it's
Arizona,
easy to follow
it was
in.
static
It's easy to fall in to
the,
what's already
the
here.
bullshit, yeah.
But it's hard to change what is already.
And for him to
changed it.
leave an impact here.
Yes.
He blazed his own trail.
Yep.
That's
Yes.
awesome.
Yes.
So again,
it's inspiring.
He made that road smooth for us. For and I mean us as Slow Lane Phoenix.
We call it a well-oiled machine. He really
Nice.
he really created this what we call familia, and we're blessed because everybody that is in Slow Lane, we are family. And yes, there are guys that come that they leave for whatever reason, and we're not gonna look down on anybody. But and when he created this, you have clubs, and I'm not gonna say anybody or disrespect anybody, but you have clubs that have 150 chapters and nobody knows each other.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was never what he wanted. He says, I don't give
a fuck.
if we're down to 2. And at one point it was just him and Vato. And he says, I don't care because we're a familia. And if we can't get along like that, then this is not for you.
We don't need to belong.
This is not for you. No disrespect to you, but this is what we want. This is who we are. And this is what we're going to do. And so, like you said, we're always in San Diego. We're welcomed as family. You know, we are all family. And at the end of the day, that's what Slow Lane is. And yes, we're going to argue. Yes, we're going to fight. Yes, we're going to disagree. Yes, we're going to do all of that. But at the end of the day, we love each other.
It's
We
a
have
family.
That's what
big
families
love
do.
for
That's what
each
families
other.
do.
Yes. And we're all here for the same purpose. And that's what we are. And that's what I keep telling everybody. Like, we're family. Like, family, yes, we're going to fight. Like, yeah, I don't agree with 100% with
I hate your hair. Right.
Yeah, the hair ain't working today. But, you know.
Vato's talking too much shit
but we
today.
are,
Yeah.
So
I
we
hate
gotta
the- I
put
hate the
Vato in his
headphones.
place
Yeah.
every
You
now
need
and
to
then.
paint
We
your
need to
car.
do that, you know. But
Yeah.
but that's what he built. And I say, you know, we said it when he parted from this earth. We said that we're going to keep going because
Nice.
he left a well-oiled machine. It's already done. All we got to do, and it's funny
Maintain it.
because he had already he started changing the path of the heads. He created the heads. So there was the head of California, the head of here, the head of Inland Empire, because no decision is made with one person. It's all of you
The
guys.
three.
And so he had already created that. And again, all we had to do was implement it and keep going.
Nice.
And so-
Okay.
So, Mia,
ahead.
real quick, we got to.
We got to change over real quick.
Yeah. Let's just.
We're not going to break
We're
or
not gonna
anything. We're
break,
just
yeah.
going to set the
Reset.
cameras real quick.
That's right. I remember it was only us.
Yeah. for a long time. It was just you and him and making decisions and talking shit.
Yeah, go for it.
We used to go to. We went to Superior. It was my first time going to Superior. At the 64, and he had the bomb. And never we packed that damn thing up.
And he believed in driving. There were no trailer queens. There were no trailer queens in our club.
That's tight.
It was
trailer
fucking hot.
that
And
shit.
especially that bump.
Okay,
Vato, you're
and Superior
driving
ain't
your
close.
shit.
I had a brand new truck.
He would
brand new
always say,
truck.
Vato, you're driving your shit. Why do you have it? You ain't gonna drive it? Why do you have it?
Boom.
Drive
I
your
love
shit.
that attitude right there.
too.
I've always
Easy.
I've always loved that
And he had a big old
attitude.
sunroof in the bomb.
Yeah.
And and he's real light skinned, so it'll be all red and burnt.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there, so all
Like a
sweat,
lobster.
Lobster.
all pissed off. Like, man, I got a brand new truck.
You ready?
Ready? Yeah. Okay. So bring it back in.
So Mia, let
ahead,
me
go
bring
ahead.
it up. So Mia, where we're going at earlier, you talked about how he loved to give back to the kids, how he loved to welcome all the kids, and now what we see is Grumpy, the
Clubs for Claus.
Clubs of Cause.
Yeah, we started that way back at Barrios Unidos. It was way back, I think, before Vato.
Way before me.
We had, again, because he had the picnics at the park, he wanted to have our club meetings in a park where kids, he always said, you know, car shows are expensive. These neighborhood kids that want to see the cars, they can't afford this.
Right.
So again, he would invite other clubs to come and meet with us I'm be at Barrios Unidos on Sunday. You guys come out. He'd invite all kinds of clubs, and we would literally have a car show in the parking lot there, picnics, whatever. And then he thought, let's do something for the kids for Christmas. So we started there. And again, back then, it was just us, like trying to raise, not even raising money, just buying shit. We bought, at that time, all we could afford was like stockings. I told him, again, being a teacher back then, I'm like, I can get some little stockings and we'll just fill them. Remember when the city of Phoenix used to give out the stockings with oranges, and apples, and walnuts and shit?
Gracias.
Yeah, so your little
fish,
candy cane
they were
and
like
shit.
fishnet.
Yeah, so we did that. I said, let's just do
Media.
that. We'll bring them out. So he had somebody dress up as Santa, brought him in on a lowrider. We had music. We went out.
Hell yeah.
Literally went walking door to door, put flyers in everybody's mailboxes in at the doors, and told them, we're going to have a party. Never once told we were giving them gifts or anything. The gifts came later, but
Is
we
this on the
had
south side or
food.
Tolleson?
It's south side. It's at Barrios Unidos on 16th
okay,
Street.
I'm
where
sorry.
Food
You
City
did
was
say
still
that.
there.
I'm sorry.
Food City was
Okay.
still there. And that park, and he wanted that park because that neighborhood was impoverished.
Sure.
So that neighborhood was so
Picked a spot.
impoverished. And he said, those kids will never get to
Forget.
go to a car show. And he wanted to be somewhere where they didn't need their parents to bring them, because sometimes the parents are too busy or whatever.
Or
these
they're
kids-
strung out.
These kids, exactly.
Or
They're on
whatever.
their own thing. And the kids are at the park just playing basketball, doing whatever. So he's like, we're going to bring that to them. And that's
He
where that all
paid it
initiated.
forward.
Exactly.
That's
Yes.
that's a beautiful thing.
You know
About
what's
the
funny?
kids.
I was one of those kids too, and I'll never forget. I used to only see lowriders in magazines and stuff, and I'll never forget the first time I seen like a set of like real Daytons on a car. You know, no true spokes, no this or that, nothing, like a real authentic Dayton's on a car, and I was at awe. I was like, wow, man.
Yeah.
Like,
He used to let the kids,
These are
invite the kids to
Daytons.
sit
I wanted
in the
to touch 'em.
cars.
Really?
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I did. I wanted
do
to touch 'em.
hydraulics and all that. He'd tell the guys, let
Hit
them
the
sit in your
switch.
cars. Yeah. So the kids would come in, we'd feed them. We'd literally hot dogs. We'd cook hot dogs, and we'd have, again, that first toy drive we had. And it wasn't a toy drive. It was just, I think we had like maybe 3 bikes that we raffled off. We gave the kids each a ticket, and we raffled off like 3 bikes, and we probably had a handful of toys, and we raffled them off. We gave like $10 to the kid that break danced the best, you
you
like
guys-
it was just a little.
Now it's in the Olympics.
Little. Now we are, if you think about where we were and where we're at, like, damn.
Where are you at?
We're 800 kids, right? How
That
many
was
kids
11.
passed through?
That was
1,100 last year.
Wow.
1,100
that's awesome.
1,100 kids passed through last year, and we count them because we give out candy canes.
Wow.
So if we give out 1,100 candy canes, that's how many kids went through to see Santa.
Yeah.
And if your kid went to see Santa, they got a toy.
Damn,
That's
And
phenomenal.
how did you
Yeah.
get to where you're at? I mean, you're at the park, right? Where are you at now?
We're at the park now. We're at Rose Lane. Well, City of Phoenix was really good to us for many years. And then we kind of stopped doing it because there was a lot of politics and different things that were happening. car clubs started to kind of split off, and just life just kind of took its course. And then
I think it was. I mean, I think it was Al Luna. If you guys know Al Luna,
64 Productions.
That's him,
yeah.
Mr. Luna.
So Grumpy one year decided, let's bring it back, and then he did. He invited Luna. He called. He says, I need somebody that's going to put it out there, because like Vato says, Grumpy had no sense of urgency. Grumpy was going to get there when he got there.
Drove me nuts.
Shit was going to happen. Drove me nuts. Because I'm the person, I want to be on time. I want to have this.
You're a teacher.
He's not
you know
a
what I
procrastinator,
mean?
but he lived by, as he got older, he lived by, I'll get there I'll be there when I get
Relax,
there.
it'll
And
get
they'll still
done.
be there.
I'm fucking running circles around him. Like,
Yeah,
come on,
we're
man,
like,
hurry.
come on.
Fucking Grumpy, come on.
You know,
we're gonna get there.
So
We're gonna
he
get there.
knew he needed somebody by his side that would kind of take the reins and run with this. So he did. He called. He says, I'm going to put together, and it was his thought, like, let's do that. I want to bring it back. I want to figure this out. He brought in Luna, and we're so thankful for Luna, because Luna is one of those guys that's got to get all the check marks,
Johnny on the
check all the
spot.
boxes. He's making sure he's very thorough. He's very on it. And then that's where Club for Claus came in. So they started inviting clubs together, and who wants to be a part of this? They knew that there was some clubs that they could rely on, and they put it out there. Handful of clubs said, I'm in. So that's where they sat down, they brainstormed, they came up with Club for Claus, and we started our first one. And it's been, 12 years? This is our 12th year now.
Wow.
That's phenomenal.
And it's
That's phenomenal.
Now where is it at?
Rose
Lane Park.
In Glendale?
Yeah.
Glendale has been really good to us. And
When is it?
it's always the first Saturday of
December 8th.
December 8th. Okay.
So it's coming up.
Always
up.
the first Saturday, yeah.
Wow.
And it's huge.
Yeah,
I mean,
O'Neill Park. It's
send us
O'Neill
some-
Park.
It's gonna be at
I
O'Neill.
always get them.
We used to be Rose Lane, now we're O'Neill. We're O'Neill.
Okay, and you know what? You know what's sad? I'm born and raised in Glendale.
O'Neill Park.
I live in Glendale, and I've never heard of this shit.
Really?
It's fucking sad. That's what's sad. You know what I mean?
When did you move from Rose Lane to
you ain't
O'Neill?
true no Grandel.
We did Rose Lane for 2 years?
No, I think probably like 4 or 5
We
years.
grew out of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we grew out of it. There's no parking there.
Oh, you know what?
There's no parking
I
there.
take that back. Last year was the first year I've heard of it.
'Cause I told you about it.
At O'Neill, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's a big
Before
deal.
that-
That's a lot
event.
of children.
O'Neill Park.
It's a huge event. That's a lot of kids, and we
Parents?
do dash plaques for cars. And I think last year I went to go get one, and it was an event. We weren't even an hour in. We do 150 dash plaques, I think. And I went to go get one. They were out. So that means that 150 cars had come in already.
There's no
Lowriders, bikes, whoever.
You know
to
what? I
display.
take that back. I did hear about that last year at O'Neill. Yeah.
So
It's a great event, and it's
It is
free.
great.
It's free to the community.
Do you guys have a flyer or anything? Just
Yeah,
put it
we
on-
do. We post
Send it to
it.
us
We post it,
so we can
yeah.
put it on the
Okay.
podcast
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, and of course
Pump it
we're
up.
always looking for sponsors because we rely on that. Our goal, Grumpy's goal, was that
Feed
every
everybody.
kid would get fed and every kid would drive off with a bike.
That's awesome.
How many
if
bikes
somebody
do you think
can-
we're up to now? We're probably up to about 200 bikes.
Yeah.
oh wow. So you started with three or
We started
three
with
bikes,
three bikes,
and
Three
now
dollars a
baby.
$10 bill.
And a
Now-
raffle.
Now we're up to like almost probably good.
if somebody out there
It's a lot.
wants
10
to
bikes.
Donate a bike.
donate or help
Please
out,
do.
what's the best way to?
How would they do that?
Right, you could reach Vato, you
Reach
could
me.
reach Aluna.
Or you can even reach Ray, work class Ray.
Yeah, but any one of us.
he knows how to get a hold of us.
So we'll put those up. Yeah,
64
Close, we put it on
Productions,
there.
Al Luna.
Yeah.
You got Working Class, or you got Vato.
I was thinking about poor Santa Claus. You have to have like 2 shifts, right?
No,
That's some hard
gets
work for
tired.
poor Santa.
Gets tired. we gotta sneak him a beer every now and then.
He's like,
poor Santa.
We got an Easter bunny if we need one.
But we do. We have game booths for the kids.
Yeah.
We have.
It's a big event.
It's huge.
Wow, that's awesome.
That's phenomenal.
It's like no other because most other events, you go, you donate toys, but you don't see where they go. These guys, the kids come and the party's for the kids. We have entertainment, we have music, we have mariachis, we have little game
Really?
booths for the kids.
Break dances.
We have
It's a fiesta.
food for
Olympic
them,
break
and then
dancers.
they get in line. They get to see Santa, and they get a toy.
They
So
give-
they get to take the toy home.
Yeah.
They feed them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Feed all
That-
the kids.
That's absolutely
Yeah.
awesome. You know, I said this on the podcast before. I'm a firm believer. Leave the world a little better place than you found it.
Hell yeah.
And you guys are definitely doing that. And God bless her soul.
And you have kids that come. We go pass out flyers the weekend of Thanksgiving, that Saturday.
Okay.
And we have kids in the neighborhood, and they're like,
They know.
I'm gonna be there. I see you guys.
They're already looking
They're
forward to
taking
it.
Oh,
No,
they
yeah.
love it.
Awesome.
And they'll come to me. I didn't get a bike last year. Can I get a bike? I said, come see me. I'll get you a bike.
Nice.
But on top of that, you
yeah.
get a free car show.
Yeah,
You
they
get a
to
free
see
car
all
show.
the cars. Yes, they
You know,
get to see Santa.
the
you know,
car
it-
show is a it's an avenue, right? Give them something to look forward to, right? I mean, you just got to you got to give kids use their imagination, right? I mean, give them something to look forward to.
And these kids, like, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna put my foot in my mouth right
Vato
now.
will be nice.
I was like, hey, damn, kids are giving all these toys to kids, but
Baby's kids.
yeah, and then I see them, I passing out the toys. We give a kid a little water bottle, and that's like $1 million to that kid.
Yeah,
and you're just
man.
like, God
Their
damn.
eyes light up.
Yeah,
eyes
it's like
light
these
up.
And
kids
the
are really going
parents-
through it.
The parents are crying because
Yeah.
you're giving them, and now, again, talk about the growth. We give out gift cards
Gift cards for
now,
parents.
TVs for the parents. You know, we also have the 2 Christmas trees that we use for our display. A parent gets to walk off with that. You know,
Right.
it's like, again, that community really looks forward to it, and, and it's looking for a community. Again, our goal is to get right slab down in the middle of the neighborhood,
Build
where the
community.
kids don't need their parent to bring them.
Right.
They can just go to the park and have a badass day and come home with a brand new bike, maybe a TV.
Now, Mija, is it open just to the community there, or can
Everybody.
any kid show up?
Anybody.
Everybody, you know what it
If
is?
I found some family
yeah,
in need,
please, yes.
I can bring them through.
Anybody can come.
You know what it is? It's beautiful. It's different car clubs.
Yeah.
All
together.
uniting together
For common cause.
for that neighborhood, for those kids right there.
And what's cool is it's one guy's vision,
Vision.
Yeah, that's
that he
awesome.
started a long time ago
He
because
started years ago. Yeah.
he wanted a familia, it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
And he wanted to show these kids that there's
can make
there's
it.
another way.
Yeah.
And we're here.
Exposing
we're here
them
for
to,
you.
No, like you said earlier, if I can buy a house, you can buy a house.
Yeah. You know, and the thing that's beautiful about it is, like you said, the kids can walk there because you know what? Because
Exactly.
they're going to be running them streets anyways,
Yeah.
right? Let you give them something to look forward to, right? And I think that is absolutely beautiful. I think that's a wonderful concept because they'll be out there anyways. You
Remember
know
the
what I
little
mean?
kid? I think it was last year. I'm going to cut you off.
No, you're
the,
right.
the little kid goes, hey, I wanted this bike last year and this and that. I think we gave him a new bike.
Did you? Wow.
That little shit. Yeah, he gave him a bike. Yeah.
I'll take it.
So you guys collect this stuff year long, or do you start
We
ramping
start
it up
now.
come October?
We barely started now.
Now?
Yeah.
So we're starting now.
Yeah.
Yeah. we're
And they have
starting.
bikes, like they line
Lined
them
up.
all up in front of the stage.
Yeah.
They'll line up all the toys,
Hell
all
yeah.
the
We have
bikes.
2 trailers.
You guys
I'm
need to
like,
come out.
Yeah, a boy,
It's
a boy
it's
trailer
trip.
and a
It's
girl
trip.
trailer.
Oh,
You gotta
wow.
come see it.
And Santa's there.
Santa's there.
The
Santa
Grinch.
comes in about 3 o'clock. But
Yeah.
you
It's
have
crazy.
mariachis. You have this year. We're gonna have
B-boy.
a band. We're gonna have all. It's a beautiful thing.
Hey,
when you're there.
Remember that part on New Jack City when
Nino Brown is
Nino
handing
Brown
out
passing
turkeys?
out turkeys? We're Nino Brown. Except the drugs.
All right.
That's
This
what
is
we are.
Chris Rock.
We look forward. We look forward to it.
Pookie.
Yeah. Well,
And it takes a lot. It takes the
Yeah.
whole. It takes the whole. I guess the community to make it happen because.
But you know,
It
we
takes you
couldn't do
guys.
it. We couldn't do it by ourselves.
no,
Right.
Al Luna is a very, very, very big part of it. Like
Sure.
he goes, he has the meetings with Glendale, City of Glendale. You don't want me in the meeting with City of Glendale. No, you don't. So
Yeah,
he's
Glendale
a very,
sucks.
You're going to tell them they need to paint their
I
fucking
did not
car.
say Glendale sucks. I did not say that. Don't take me out. But no, Al Luna is a big part of it, and I can't give him enough props.
Enough credit.
Enough credit. Like he holds it down. Like I couldn't do it. I'm too busy, and you don't want me talking
No,
to the city people from
yeah,
Lady
yeah, yeah.
Glendale.
Al does a lot, man.
Yeah.
Because I'm on the committee right now with the Nippers. Show and
James.
Shine. So yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, James, the Nippers Clippers.
Yeah,
Show and
Al
Shine.
Al
So
is very
he's part of that
detail
as well.
oriented, and
And I feel like James is Nippers. He has a big part in who we are also because we seen that what he did. Like shit. Okay, let's try to not be better than him. Let's see what we could do different and make it better.
But
Right.
What was great was James used to take the trailer out there and
Yes,
do the
cut
free
hair.
haircuts for all the kids.
he used to come and set up.
Give
yeah.
back. Give back. And that's what you guys are doing. Leave
That's
the world a
another
little better
dude,
place than you
James.
found it. You know what I mean?
James is
I
a good
agree with
dude,
that.
man.
Yeah.
Hey, well, look, we're gonna wrap it up. Anybody you guys want to shout out? How do we donate? Put it out there.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we take donations, gift cards, TVs,
bikes.
anything. We don't take the kids. We just toys,
Paint jobs,
paint jobs, everything.
wigs if your hair is pale.
So when's the
December
O'Neill
8th. December 8th. The
What time
first
does it start?
Saturday starts at 11.
All right.
It starts
Opens
the
at 11.
first Saturday of December. We'll be out there. Bring your kids. I mean, they're bad
food's
kids.
good.
Watch your damn kids. But
Bring the damn kid.
Bring the
the
damn
bad kids. Bring
Yeah.
the bad kids.
And
got
and
music?
again, thank you guys. Hold on. Thank you guys for help for even letting me do this. Come in your guys' house.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful guys. Coming to this house is a beautiful house inside. And thank you guys. Thank all my club brothers and my club sisters. I appreciate them so much. I try to make sure I talk to them at least once a week, just to make sure I'm in contact with them. But they are very, very, very.
We're truly a family.
Yes,
And
they're-
I appreciate every single one of them.
Thank you.
They're badass.
Yeah, we are badass. Thank
Unless
you,
you got a
Ray.
Biscayne.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
don't-
Boxer. He has a badass car now. He does. He stepped it up.
Boxer has a badass boxer. You
Sure
have a
he does.
badass
Sure he does.
No, he does. He does. And real quick, thank you to Ray. He's right here to the right of me for making this happen.
Studio audience.
Thank you, Ray. If you guys don't, Ray is he's always connecting the dots. I mean, hold on, let me rephrase that. Everything connects back to Ray, one way or another. He's always looking out for everyone. And I appreciate you, man. I think we're going on friendship 9 years, 8 years, 9 years.
We've been friends.
Oh, he's saying one too many years.
Yeah. So I appreciate Ray a lot. I mean, he opened a lot of doors for Slow Lane.
Sure.
And opened my eyes. There's a lot more out there than just slow riding. And I appreciate you, Ray. So I don't think you get enough credit, and I'll buy you a beer, man.
Hey, I'll tell you something.
Sucky bummer.
Listen, you talk. You have moved on, man. You've changed.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing.
No, thank you for your story.
Hey,
yeah.
you know-
what about you? What do you got to share? Anything you want to shout out?
I just want to shout out to all our Slow Lane brothers for keeping it alive. You know, Grumpy set out to make a difference in the world, and I think he accomplished that. And I'm so thankful that these guys can continue and carry on his legacy. And it's a great thing, you know. And I'm so thankful for Slow Lane, because they really, when that happened, you know, they took me under their wing and they kept me. And I don't want to get emotional, so I'm not.
No, that's okay.
Nah,
But-
it's a safe circle.
Slow Lane is it's been a godsend, and I'm thankful that he brought this to us. And I always say that, you know, it's like it's so weird. I always say that with his passing, it's like
He's still present.
he manifested all of this, and it's like he knew, and he set us up, like
Yes.
he set up the paths for us to continue. And so here we are 6 years
It sounds
later,
like
and
he-
we're still here, and we're still strong. And it's a beautiful thing. And like I said, I thank all my Slow Lane brothers, because they are,
A part of that machine.
they're
They
that
keep
part,
the
that
machine
well-oiled machine, and they keep it going, and they keep it strong, and they keep his name and who he is alive.
Well, I want to say thank you for what you guys are doing with the community, the toy drive. I think that is absolutely freaking phenomenal. Like I said, I love that the kids can walk there. I think that is priceless. That is absolutely, because they'll be running the streets anyways.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys didn't give them something else to look forward to, you know what's up.
And you got to touch a life, you know.
Yeah,
if
you know
can
what's
touch
up.
a
All you gotta do is change
touch
one.
a heart.
All you gotta do is change one.
Exactly.
All you gotta do is change one.
Spend time with them. Let them know who you are and how you got here, and you can do it too.
Yeah, you're just a regular Mexican, man. You can do anything you want to do.
exactly.
You can do anything you
Yes.
want to do. You can conquer the world, bro. You can
Yeah.
conquer the world.
So before we let you guys go, Jeff has some.
We're gonna have a little fun. You know, we're gonna switch it up a little bit, and
You're boring.
just shoot from the hip. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna ask Vato first, and then Josie.
Whatever comes,
All right.
whatever
Just-
comes
Don't
to
tell me
your
Just
that.
spit out.
Rapid fire, rapid fire.
yes.
All right.
Whatever comes to your.
Okay, here we go.
When it comes to
The
car
drop-
sucks.
The button. The button.
a couple of these are classics or whatever, but whatever. When it comes to chicken wings, drumsticks or flats? I mean,
Flats.
I mean,
It's
Red
his
De-
question. It's his question.
Red Devil and Flats.
Hell yeah.
here we go, East Side shit.
Sorry,
I
Audie.
said flats.
Flats, all right.
Red Devil's up there for me.
Tacos or burritos?
Damn.
Tacos.
Well, who made the tortillas?
Your abuelita.
My didn't really make tortillas.
Okay.
She bought them at Carolina's right there in the meat pot,
Okay, so E.
within the burrito.
Are you a detective? Are you a detective?
You know what?
Tacos or burritos?
Fuck. Go ahead, Josie. I don't know.
Tacos.
Tacos.
You know what?
Tacos,
You know what? Like Grumpy said, we always have a little saying, hey, you owe me a taco and a beer.
Okay.
There it is.
So I say
There you go.
tacos.
All right, here you go.
All right. Pancakes, French toast, or waffles?
French toast.
That's a new one.
Ooh, I'm French toast too. I go with that.
Who's making it?
What kind of bread? What kind of bread?
You know what? I'll say French toast, man.
French toast.
Oui.
All right. Celebrity childhood crush.
What?
Yeah. Who are you crushing on when you're a kid? Like that was on TV.
Other than Melinda.
That girl from Weird Science.
Oh yeah.
Kelly LeBrock.
Kelly LeBrock. Hell yeah.
Not now, but back then.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Tom Cruise for me.
Tom Cruise.
Okay, there you
Tom
go.
Cruise.
Risky business.
Kelly LeBrock.
All right.
Who?
Kelly LeBrock's a good one.
Kelly LeBrock was a
right.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Chucks or Cortez, aka Dope Mans.
Man, I try to stay away from Chucks, and I just keep on coming back to him. Chucks, Levi's, and a white pro club.
Hell yeah.
Chuck's.
Chucks. All right. Favorite Chicano movie? Blood In, Blood Out, American Me, La Bamba, La Mi Familia, Boulevard Nights.
I'm not gonna say Colors because Colors. I saw that movie.
That's not a Chicano movie.
Yeah,
Yes, it
but
is.
but from,
It
when I saw that, I was a skater, and that movie Colors came out, and I started gang banging. So I'm gonna pick Boulevard Nights.
Boulevard Nights. All right.
I'm Boulevard Nights.
Boulevard Nights.
The white is bad.
All right.
Hey, we appreciate it,
Leave it on
man.
that.
Thank you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Very, very much.
guys. Thank
Excellent
you guys
stuff.
for
Excellent
hosting
stuff.
us. Yeah.
All the love, all over the world. George,
Me?
middle.
Real quick. I
Go for it.
Grumpy, I hope we're making you happy up there, man.
Hey,
Thank you.
amen. I'm in.
What do you want, Timmy?
Walk us out.
Me?
You, brother.
Okay. Hey, Josie, thank you.
Thank you.
Vato, thank you very much. Ray, thank you for suggesting this. Our
Thank you,
studio
Ray.
audience, thank you. Hey, boys, thank you very much. I know the Timmy didn't give you a shout out today, but I'll give you one.
My bad.
Our engineers over here. Hey, Timmy, thank you. Michael, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Son-in-law named Jeff.
Hey.
To myself, thank you. Hey, thank you. This is SeunevA Lifestyles presents What's Happening. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and follow us. Let's go.
This is how we do it on the avenue.